Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people, and welcome back to another, I was going to say Monday Night Live, but well ahead, aren't I? Or behind, whichever way you want to look at it. Welcome to another Kop-ish Kall-in and Rival Watch, joined as always by a man like Matt and Drifty. How are you guys doing this evening?
Well, I'm alright, you know, man. What are we saying? What is it? Is it do-rag? Is it do-rag day or something? Yeah,
do-rag day.
Just saying.
I didn't know whether I was on Kopish or in the yard.
I'm not gonna lie.
Do-ragging.
You know why you're not taking the piss? Because if I put a do-rag on, it would actually be just trying to.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you put on a do-rag, it's a peak show for you, bro.
Yeah,
it is a peak show for you, bro. Not gonna front. I took my hair out in it, so I had to put it back because I got it in a man bun at the moment, but it's not neat and tidy.
Yeah,
so.
Same. Yeah, I got the man bun as well. Still, yeah, I got the man bun as well. That's
Harvey
right,
Elliott, still Harvey Elliott, still.
Yeah, you know them ones. Yeah, same. Man bun and that. Yeah.
Even the myth is obviously she's never seen a do rag in it. So when I just had the do rag on, walk past, she's like, "Actually, suits." I was like, "Oh, you like them American girls, yeah?" That's why you like watching them Tyrese films and all that. All right, cool.
I didn't get the memo.
But by all means, if you want to wear a do-rag, you can.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't own a do-rag. I don't.
I didn't until last week, bro. So, I didn't until last week. But people, just to let you guys know, as always, when we do Kop-ish Kall-in, you know how the rules go by now. 2 minutes for you guys to ask your question or make a comment. 1 minute each for me, Matt, and Drifty to answer. Every week, there's a different video as to what stops you if you hit that mark. This week's video is this.
Take it whatever way you want
to do. It's not an aggressive one this week. It's passive aggressive this week.
Bro,
I'm just going to rerun it.
Yeah,
go. You guys hit your 2 minutes and you haven't finished saying what you're saying, or me, Matt, and Drift reach our minute and we haven't said what we've got to say. This is the video you'll see it.
Take it whatever way you want to do.
Hey, big up your Rivera, you know. Jeez.
First super chat, LFC Aaron, Cow, I loved you in the wire. I knew, did I say to you it's gonna be a rough show for me, innit? I knew
it's gonna be a mad one.
I just saw look another one coming like B2K in it.
Yeah, I saw that still. We're gonna get
one of them shows.
Yeah, listen.
And then calling me Trayvon Sanderson and all this stuff now. All right, cool. Cool. All right, guys, so let's get straight into it. First fixture, which kicks off in around half an hour, Southampton versus Leicester. What are we saying?
I mean, it doesn't matter anymore because they're so far ahead of us, but I thought there was a tiny possibility that there could be a little bit of nervousness creeping with Leicester. They went 1-0 down against West Brom and I thought, oh, here we go. But nah, they came back, showed their quality. Southampton are kind of in that no man's land now where they know they're safe, nothing to play for. They're just a bit like, so I'll probably say 2-0 Leicester.
Cool.
Yeah, Leicester winning this. I don't think they've got Danny Ings. I think something come out today saying Ings might not play again this season. For me, he's been a big part of their season.
The season?
Yeah, I mean, we say season, but there's only 5 more games left. So when I say it,
feel sorry for the guy, man. I'm sorry.
He's been phenomenal, Danny Ings this season. But again, I feel like without him, they missed that little bit of just that extra X factor that he gives them. He can score something out of nothing. So I think Leicester take this. For me, I think Leicester win it 2-0.
Do you know what, you lot? Just quickly. Do you remember when there was
I'm not laughing. I'm just laughing at the
No, the
comments.
comments. I know, I've seen the
No.
comments.
I'm not looking at them because I don't want to get distracted.
Someone said I look like R-Truth with a do-rag. What's up?
No.
What's up?
No.
You know all of those rumors that were going around that City were looking at Ings. If it wasn't for the injuries, I reckon he'd get that move, you know.
Of course.
I reckon he's the type of player that Pep would love to have with that interlink, the hard work, the clinicalness. I actually think about the injuries, he'll probably be going City this summer for like 30 million instead of them having to spend 100 mil on on Haaland or one of them boys.
Saying that though, think about it. If Ings never had the injuries, he'd still be a Liverpool player.
That's true.
That's true. That is true.
He would. You're right. He would.
You know what? He could have probably played the false nine better than Bobby because he's clinical. Without even being shady, he probably could have.
Gonna be one of them
he's not technically gifted, but we got to be honest. He can press as well as him, and he can finish better than him. There's a possibility he could have played that role better. There's a possibility. I'm just saying.
Chris Pratt says, "Evening lads, Ryu or Origi."
More like what's his name? DJ. Ryu didn't wear a do-rag. He wears a...
No, he's just saying...
No, he's just saying. He's not talking about us. He's just talking like...
Origi. Ryu's my guy, but Origi. That's relating to last week's moment.
You're picking Origi over Ryu?
Yeah.
Raw.
But every time there's a comparison to be made, I just think to myself, has that other person got the balls to step up and score the winning goal in the Champions League final?
Bro, Ryu.
I'm not gonna lie, Drift, though. Your comment about Ings and Firmino made me feel like this.
I'm so tired of this shit. Man, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired of this shit.
Hey, listen, bro.
That's how you made me feel just then.
Man said, man said Thibaut for real.
Didn't see it coming, bro. All right. So yeah, I'm going with a Leicester win as well. I think 2-0 Leicester.
Yeah.
Next fixture.
By the way, people in the comments, don't ruin the game for me, please, when it starts. I know they're going.
Yeah, I'm gonna say switch your comments off from now. Crystal Palace versus Manchester City. Rinse and repeat, innit?
Crystal Palace v Man City. Oh, Man City.
Sorry to cut you both. When the Man City playing a return leg against PSG, is it this coming week?
No, because they said the return leg is in. Actually, no, you're right. No, you're right. It's next. No, it's next week it's this week coming. Sorry, because I think they said, they play again in 7 days, which is a week, isn't it? So, yeah, it must be this week. Must be. City win it. What you think? You think they're going to put out?
I was laughing at this comment. Drop Davey boy. The coronation. Lee signs the thing today. Guna Lee becomes Cop Lee tonight. That's what he becomes. Cop Lee tonight.
You know what's amazing about Lee's DP? Yeah. The way he's looking over that balcony looks like real contemplation about leaving Arsenal. The irony of the DP, it looks like real.
No, but what it is, that is the perfect image, as you said. But he's already made up his mind, so he's letting the people know that, right? You know what I'm thinking about, but deep down he knows he's now a red.
It's time.
He's now a red, bro. Proper red, bro. You know what I'm saying? Proper red.
Yeah, man. The fact that Man City are playing PSG next week.
Will it change anything?
The tie's not over. That's all I'm saying. The tie's not over.
No, but we're talking about...
No, their B team will still whack up Crystal Palace with no problem.
All right, let me put it into perspective. They played no Aguero, no Jesus, and
No
there was
Sterling.
no Sterling. So that's their B team, yeah. That's their B team that didn't
Say
play.
that again. Sterling, Jesus,
and Aguero. None of them even touched pitch.
or even Torres.
Yeah, none of them touched pitch.
Oh,
None of them.
man.
Bro, they've got too many options, man.
They're getting smoked.
Oh, just seeing this as well. Tony L saying Mbappe injured today as well.
Well, I knew Man City were going to win the Champions League, but that just cements it.
Mbappe, what did they? I'm guessing what is PSG? What they played already?
It could have been training
on a Friday. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh boy.
To be honest with you, that Mbappe, I'm not even going to watch the second leg. To be honest.
Yeah.
I'll still watch it, but it's kind of a foregone conclusion.
We know they've got quality players in their team, but Mbappe is going to be replaced with Icardi, and I just can't see Icardi being able to do what Mbappe.
Yeah, check Twitter. Mbappe can't. No, I can't even lie. That kind of just. I know Man City were heavily favourites to go through, but it really does spoil it to the point where we kind of know definitively now that's most likely a foregone conclusion. Because I thought they still had a chance. I didn't say they were the favourites to go through. They had a chance, but
sorry, slip of the thumb.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Touchscreen, new laptop. Touchscreen is a bit mad at the moment. My bad.
Look, at the end of the day, we got to keep it real. Icardi is a very good player, but he ain't on Mbappe's level, and he'll be the one coming in to take his place. And it kind of,
I think it'll be Moise Kean.
Nah. Surely he'll go with Icardi. Surely.
I don't know if Icardi's even fit.
Well, he was on the bench.
In ages. Was he on the bench? Yeah.
And I'm sure he started. Who did PSG play the other day? That team that just came up from got promoted. Who they play? And they kind of struggled a bit, but in the end they got the 3-1. And I'm sure Icardi he started or he came off the bench in that game as well. I'm sure he's fit. I'm sure Icardi's fit. I would go with Icardi just based on experience. Like Moise Kean can't carry like that kind of pressure like Icardi can. Icardi knows what time.
No. But they're different. They're different players though, because Moise Kean is more. If you're going to play him out wide, he may do that kind of like that industrious job. But if you're talking about in front of goal, then obviously it makes sense. It's Icardi. But if they're going to go, but you know, it as well, that kind of spoils their formation because they can't even go to the 4-2-3-1. Because I think I was speaking to you, Cal, and you were like, second leg. Neymar needs to go into the middle as the 10 and Draxler can go out wide. Because you remember when they played Bayern...
I was saying Mbappe left.
Oh, yeah.
And Di Maria right, and then Moise Kean through the centre or Icardi.
But basically, Neymar has to be in the 10 to be on the ball more, innit? Because out wide against a team like Man City, they're just going to keep you off the ball, innit? Just possession football all day long. So, I haven't known, man.
All right, then, guys. Quick prediction for Crystal Palace and Man City.
Man City.
3-0 City.
3-1. 3-1 still.
3-0. I'm going 3-0.
3-1.
Chelsea Fulham.
4-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea because it's a London derby. 2-0 Chelsea.
I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea, they're not that big of scorers, but they're solid as hell at the back.
But they're a momentum team. And when they get 1 or 2, they look like they can clap 3 or 4. And I think they'll probably get 2 in the first half, demoralise Fulham. And then in the second half, they'll just finish them off.
Maybe.
And if Werner's playing, definitely 2-0. They score more than 2.
And you ain't scoring either.
Bruv,
well, you changed your tune, mate.
But I can only go by the evidence that's been put forward.
What the other day, though?
He's watched this, man.
But did you see
the easiest tapping you've ever seen in your life?
Bro,
but he still scored, though.
He should have scored the other day against Real Madrid when he was like the ball was played across to him, and
it's a header from Pulisic. That's why Pulisic had to go on a solo goal himself.
Yeah,
he looked over and was like, "Nah, I do that again."
Do you know what? Though, yeah.
Dimo Dre said it best. Sorry, I've got to bring up. Sorry, Jeff, just quickly, I've got to bring up Dimo Dre. What he just said. Big up. Oh, hold on.
Yeah. Big up Dimo Dre. No.
Werner is the German Shane Long. Hey, do you know what? I'm gonna be real. I think
that's a bit shady on Shane Long still.
Do you know what though? As much as we gun him, I actually think Werner will have a good season next season.
No, I was going to say all jokes aside.
He have a better season.
Werner's in his feelings right now. he'll probably bag like 15, 20 goals next year. I'm not even gonna lie, probably
Man
will.
said like Drake, innit? Nah, for real, he probably
He's
is.
in his feelings right now. He's missing home, new to the thing. Like weren't being played properly at the beginning of the year. Like he's in his
Weren't
feelings.
it, you know?
You
In
say
my
Werner's just sitting at home. Cups of the rose. Chicks in my old phone. I've been in this club for way too long.
That is a tune, you know.
That's a big tune still.
Big tune, bro.
Old Drake was a problem, man.
Oi.
Old Drake was a problem.
What was it?
You know,
See the second album.
Vernon's thinking about all of the things that Chelsea promised him that went wrong. He's just banging trust issues, but it's just
he's singing Sunshine Anderson, innit?
What's that tune in the second album?
Pass me the ball.
Is it Take Care?
You barely get an assist. Playing on the shoulder, thinking I'm gonna get me a goal. Playing like some forward that I don't even know. So if you want some goals, then I suggest you go back home.
Oi, Werner's done. That's it. Take Care. That's it. Yeah, Take Care album.
That album was absolute fire. Album was fire. That album, you know, and it was a soft album, but you can still get away with having a car.
But some bangers on
it. One of them albums.
Normally, you don't know me already. I'll bump slow jams whoever's in the car, bro.
I know, but when you got a car full of man, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's one of them ones where
I don't care anymore, bro. You know, I don't even care anymore. You lot convince me if you want, bro. If I'm in that zone, bro, I'm playing the music. I might sing along, bro.
You know, in the summertime when you see a convertible top down, 4 or 5 man in there, all bare chest and a hot day, and you think there's nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't look right.
There's a lot of you in that. There's a lot of you in that.
Do you know what? Matt's headline just said what I was thinking. Where is it?
Serious.
From they want to call me serious. JOB, you know.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times in the comments.
They call me Callum Sanderson. In the Matrix, I won't be Mr. Anderson. And if I was wearing red, they call me Pamela Anderson. Oi, trust me. Oi, shout out Jamie.
Indeed, one of the best to do it.
Innit? BBK.
All right, the Liverpool Man United game, obviously, we're not going to speak about on this because we did a preview earlier with Flawless. Shout out to Flawless.
Yeah, big up Flawless.
Make sure you check that out after you watch this show, and you'll get the full rundown of how we think that game's going to go. So, the next game, the team that took 2 points off us last week against Arsenal.
Sorry, say that again, bro. The last bit, sorry.
The last team to take 2 points off us was Newcastle, and they're playing Arsenal.
Yeah.
But Arsenal they're probably gonna try and gain a bit of a momentum. It would be a bad idea to kind of try and go into the home game off of the back of like a poor result in this game, even if he plays a weakened team. So I think he'll probably bring in a few of the players who haven't played that much football recently. Willian will play from the start. Aubameyang will probably play from the start.
Willian's not a good thing to be coming into the team. Even Alex as well. Look, Alex, look.
Lee's pissed, you know.
Look, Alex, I'm speaking to you directly now, Alex. Let me look into the camera. Alex, Lee's already signed. We're here for you. We are here for you. Look, I'm not saying we had the perfect season, but we won't do to you what Arsenal have done to you. Come on over. We got you.
See, look. Join.
Do you know what? I would probably go either 2-1 Arsenal or 1-1 draw for this game. Because Newcastle might relax now that they know they pretty much got their But then again, being relaxed might make them play better.
Arsenal at home, innit?
Nah, Newcastle at home.
Newcastle. Do you know what?
2-2. I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna go 2-2. I think if Ryu's on it, Arsenal in trouble.
Do you know what? I hate to say it to all the Arsenal fans out there. I think Newcastle win, you know. I think Newcastle beat them. I think St. Max is going to cause bare problems. I'm going 1-0 Newcastle.
He's there right back.
If Xhaka plays at left back against St. Max.
He's getting finished.
He's going to get sent. He'll get sent off. He'll get sent off.
St. Max is going to do something. I can see it. I can sense
get
it.
Sent off. Because
heads are low after the loss as well.
While we're talking about Arsenal, so I don't take it out of like context of the conversation. You see that game against Villarreal yesterday, yeah? How did you lot feel Chukwueze played in that game? Because we've been heavily linked with him for a while. Considering that he was up against Xhaka for the majority of the game, wasn't it a little bit underwhelming, his performance?
I never really watched that game. I watched him more the main. I was trying to flip to the two. I saw a bit of it, but I don't know, man. I've always felt that he's very inconsistent. Sometimes he'll be all right, sometimes he'll be good, and sometimes he'll be trash. He hasn't got. He's not great for me.
Liverpool, you need to do way better than that up against Xhaka. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I think.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm gonna go with a 1-0 win to Arsenal.
Okay.
Boring game though, but it'll be a 1-0 win to Arsenal.
St. Max will do something. Trust me.
Yeah. And last but not least, Tottenham versus Sheffield United. That's an easy win. Yeah.
Tottenham win that.
I wouldn't say easy win because Sheffield United, since they've been relegated, have actually played better than they have all season. But I think Tottenham will just they'll get the job done. 2-0.
Yeah, I'll say 2-0 Tottenham. I'll probably say 2-0 Tottenham.
I just saw the Bamian comment. Really
the AJ Tracy one.
Yeah, man said
144p,
that's low quality, you know.
That is below the standard, like 480, like standard def, bro. Man said that's going to like CRT TVs and
not color Game Boy either.
Bro, do you remember? Let me say about the old school. People know about the old school. Do you remember the old school Sky? Yeah, if you remember this, yeah. When you changed the channel, you had to de-scramble. So like the picture wasn't there, and you had to de-scramble and make out the picture. I don't know if you remember that.
When I was little, I had cable still.
Oh, okay.
I had cable. Telewest, yeah.
You had Telewest. I had Sky from days.
Was it Telewest? It might have been. Yeah,
it was Telewest.
It's Telewest. Yeah, it's Telewest. The little small cable box, and it had like the digital numbers on the front.
Oh yeah. It was Was it? Yeah, I think it was. All I know is that I felt blessed that cable was in the area because it meant I could have it in my room. Because with Sky, you could only have it in the front room. But yeah, my mum let me have it in my bedroom, so I was blessed still.
All right, you had it good still.
I'm not gonna front. I did. My setup when I was a teenager was a mad thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, mine weren't.
No, I'm talking about the old school. Oh no, but in the old, I don't know if you could even got it in the bedroom, you know, because if you're talking about that one I would have. What was it like? Sky Digital, like in the bedroom and that. So I'm talking the first generation.
Yeah,
way back.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember the chip. Yeah, them chip boxes you could get as well. Like,
ooh, I no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, innit?
May I speak English?
Just say it. Serious. Serious.
Me not speak English. No. Me not speak English. I don't know anything about chip boxes. The only chip box I know about is the ones you get at McDonald's with the Happy Meal. No. Anyone asking? No idea what a chip box is, people. No idea. Right, let me get through some of these super chats and then we'll open the lines up for you guys. Let's go.
Before we open the lines, guys, I want to just quickly touch on Marlon.
Okay. All right, I'll quickly do the super chats and then I'll let you go. Yeah. Edward says, are you delighted Leipzig are probably getting Daka? I think it's a good move for him.
It's a very good move for Daka. I think it is because, again, he gets to go on a platform where I think he can show people that he's better than what we may think of him. Some people do rate him, and I respect that. But again, if you go to Leipzig and you do your thing, there's going to be more eyes on you. And I suppose we might look at that and go,
then he proves he's the real deal.
Yeah, we might have a look at that and go, we should have got him earlier. But then I sometimes feel like you have to make that journey. You have to make that journey sometimes.
I'd rather pay 50 mil from RB than 30 mil from Solskjaer without knowing whether he's actually the right player to get. So,
because I say it, Haaland would have always been a beast, but I think the Dortmund move was best for his progression. Nobody knows. No one knows what it would have been like if he went straight from like there to like City straight away or wherever. He might still be great.
What it's like when you try and make that step up and you might not be ready for it.
Who, sorry?
Oh, who?
Jovic. What it's like to make that step up and you're not quite ready for
Jovic from Frankfurt.
Yeah, Rome is a poisonous place, though. Let's be honest.
I know, but everyone thought he was actually like one of the best strikers ever, and then look what happened to him. So
yeah, I was never on the hype, personally.
Oh, I was a Jovic guy.
I wanted him at Liverpool, if I'm being honest.
I wasn't personally, and it's got nothing to do with in hindsight. I don't know. I always felt like, he's good technical and physical, but then I was like, for Liverpool though, he kind of needs a bit more. Like because I'm always on the thing of like, I want my striker, if he's going to be an out-and-out striker, I want him to be kind of fast and be able to run into channels, so to speak. But he's very different. He's dare I say, he's a bit like he doesn't play like Firmino, but the traits.
He's like, more in the mold,
Yeah. So
more in the mold. Shaka A says, Drifty, if Firmino doesn't score that winning goal versus PSG, we don't come out of the group stage, meaning there's no Origi magic.
That's true.
You're lucky I can't find my Bobby mask right now. Shout out to Shaka.
That's very look, listen.
Shaka
if Bobby doesn't turn up on the other side of the world,
Shaka Khan.
if Bobby doesn't turn up on the other side of the world, we're not world champions either. All credit to them, man.
No, it's true.
2-Bit says, how do you watch UFC live if you have any advice? If you're in the UK, BT Sport. If you're not, I'm not too sure.
All right. Do you know what
we don't want to get shut down?
We're not going to get shut down. But if it really irks you that you're having problems, DM Cal, he'll speak to you. No, DM me. All jokes aside, DM me.
Be reading that the wrong way, and he actually means like, how do you watch it live, knowing that you might actually see what we had to witness the other day?
If you mean it like that.
No, I don't think he does, but you could take it that way, and bro.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. Yeah. Furthermore, don't DM me. Listen to what Drift said. I'm joking.
You just have to let that live in your nightmares for a little while till you get over it.
For real.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's a hard one to watch. Yeah,
it was.
It's just the fact UFC kept on showing it. I was like, "Raw, you really want to put your audience off?"
It's peak, innit?
Yeah, man.
Right, so what they did. Look, it's fighting at the end of the day. Look, this is the way I sort of look at it. Yeah, if someone had thrown a head kick and broken someone's nose or jaw, they'd have kept on replaying it, innit? It's a fight. It's a gruesome way to lose a fight. It's a gruesome thing to have happen to you, but it's a fight. It's part of what they say.
But there's a difference between stepping on your leg and it's not there, brother.
Bro, my heart goes out to him, bro.
Yeah, like, do you know what it is? That Weidman break here was like one of the worst bits you've seen. But you know, in a weird way, what prepared me for it is when I saw Anderson Silva, when I saw his one, because I watched his one live as well, when he done his one. And when they showed it didn't look that bad. Like when you first see the impact, you're thinking, what's happened? And obviously, since he goes down, and you see what is left of the foot and ankle, I was like, nah. I actually think
Weidman one is worse, though.
No, it's worse. What I'm saying is, though, when I've seen things like that, it kind of prepared me, like in a sense of I can cope. When I say I can cope, I don't want to see them, but it obviously even made me just go, "Oh, this is disgusting. I can't even like. This is mad." Like, did you guys ever see when so someone else did it? I think it's been done in kickboxing as well. I think it was Tyrone Sprong. But did you guys see when Frank Mir broke Nogueira's arm? Yes. Yeah.
For me, that was harder to watch than
because you know why? Do you know why?
Because you saw it happening.
When you saw it and he's doing it, I just saw the arm go far back where it's not supposed. And I was like, "Oh my god!" You know what it was? Like this.
Like he's gonna break it,
bro.
The only difference there though is
he didn't tap. That's horrible.
You could have got out of it by tapping. Therefore, I don't have the same sympathy.
No, I agree. But here's the thing, yeah. You see, when Frank Mir was doing that, he actually said to him, "Tap out, or I'm going to break it." And he said before the fight, he said he would never tap out in Brazil because the fight was in Brazil in his home.
Yeah, so he could. The pride, didn't it? The pride. He wouldn't allow him to do it.
Frank Mir said I had to take a deep breath and just snap it because he weren't going to tap. But you're not leading him. Look, again, you guys know I do jiu-jitsu or used to do jiu-jitsu. Do you know what the rules were? Tap or snap. No, I kid you not. The first two rules, the only two rules he had in the class, and this is to quote his actual words: tap or snap, and the second rule is don't get dead. Those are his two rules.
He's flipping out.
Because look, I'll be honest. Because again, remember when you're doing that, if someone's got you in an armbar, the whole idea of you tapping is to let the person know they're doing the technique right, innit? So if you don't tap, in their mind, they're not doing the technique right. So you're going to keep on adjusting it until something happens, innit?
Tap or snap. Bro, I'm not going to lie.
It happens.
That is a mazza.
Look, you should always tap. This was another one. Do you lot remember this? Shout out to Chris Brack when Sid Vicious broke his leg in wrestling.
Yeah, when he jumped down.
Oh, that was
my life.
I don't think I saw that.
No, you won't want to watch that one, Drew.
When he done that,
what did he do? Jump off the turnbuckle or something?
Yeah.
He does bro. When I say the leg was dangling,
leg folded underneath him.
Oh, bro. When I say it was peak, it was. And this is Sid Vicious, you know.
Yeah,
Sid Vicious is the one that does this.
No, he's a top heavy.
Bro, he's one of the tough guys. Like one of them, and not tough like TV tough, like even wrestling.
No, he's about it, yeah.
He's about that life, bro. Like he ain't no I don't want to say like he ain't no John Cena, so to speak. Now I'm not saying John Cena ain't tough. Yeah, John Cena's a bit harsh still.
So harsh.
Yeah, let me not use John Cena because John Cena will pack in a lot of guys. But there's a lot of wrestlers, so to speak. I won't say the names, but on camera they're the tough guy. But you know, you hear wrestlers talk behind stage and they'll say like, who's the guy in the locker room that people respect, and they'll tell you a story. Like for example, I think it was. Who was it? It was Brock Lesnar and someone else had a scuffle on the plane, and it took every wrestler to stop Brock Lesnar from ducking on the plane.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, it was, isn't it?
Yeah, Mr. Perfect. And they almost broke the door while
they broke the door, bro. What in the air? Every wrestler had to jump in and stop Brock. Because you see back then when Brock was like 295 and agile. How can you be 295 and agile? Man was doing. Brock Lesnar done a shooting star press off the top rope and nearly broke his neck and carried on. Different type of guy, bro. Different type of guy.
He's built different. Brock's built different.
Talking about being 230 and agile, I can't believe I saw John Jones doing 220 miles an hour on the treadmill the other day. Like it was nothing. He's gonna need to run if he fights Ngannou.
Smart technique, bro.
But do you want to know something? Did you not notice this? Yeah. His legs still need some up. Was it just me?
He's not taking more than two of those Ngannou legs.
Bro. Yeah, those leg kicks, he's getting finished, bro.
Speaking as a man with no calves, it's hard to build up the leg muscles below the knees. You haven't got it, you haven't. I'm just being real with you.
No, but bro, you can't. No, but I just kind of feel like he's just like thought, I ain't gonna get him, so I'll leave him.
Like, when did you get calf injection? Like how you can get bum injection?
I've been trying to look into it still. Turkey might be the place. So, as I said, if you lot see me walking around in shorts and a full beard, you guys know why. You guys know why. LFC Aaron with a question: Cruz or Thiago whole career? Can I caveat that one before you guys answer?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we can give an answer yet because Cruz is quite a bit older than Thiago, so I think Thiago's got to play he's got to play up until he's 35.
He's only 2 years older than him. I don't even think
Cruz is about 34, isn't it?
No, 31, isn't he? You're thinking of Modric.
Yeah,
Cruz is 31.
Yeah, I think Cruz is either 30 or 31. Thiago 29, I think. Or 30.
Cruz is only 31. You're right. I thought he was much older than that.
Yeah, no.
Because it feels like he's been around for years.
Well, he has
It's
to be fair.
remember, when he was at Bayern, he was already doing a madness. He was doing a madness from early.
Yeah, he was.
If I'm being completely
I might
honest,
ruffle a few feathers. I might say Cruz, you know.
I'm not against you saying Cruz because Cruz's career is decorated. As a footballer, though, Thiago's a better footballer.
So you just said it perfectly, in my opinion. I think he's more decorated. Like, it's like, I'll give an example.
But he's only more decorated because they did that triple Champions League back-to-back thing. Because Thiago's only had 1 year his whole career. He's never won the league.
Because this is what I was going to say. Frank Lampard has a more decorated career
than
Gerrard. He's won more trophies, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right, people? Frank Lampard has won more.
He has, yeah.
But then we always look at Gerrard as the better player. And it's not just because we're Liverpool fans. It's because
he was the better player.
He was just a better player. And I think it's the same thing with Cruz and Thiago. Cruz has a more decorated career, but for me, Thiago is the better player. But that's just me, though.
I'm not going to argue with that.
But it's tight, though. It's tight. Like, Cruz is like, he's just different. He's different. Yeah. Cruz is different, bro.
Genie Houdini says, my inside source told me the reason Origi, Keita, Davies aren't playing is they are unlockable characters like Mortal Kombat and they haven't been unlocked.
Mortal Kombat.
Those are the views of Genie Houdini because you're coming at two players who I could get killed over, so I'm not going to say nothing. Genie Houdini again. You know, in Mortal Kombat when that voice says finish him. Whenever Liverpool gets a chance to do it, we mess up the button combo on the controller. Yep,
then
we do.
4-4 back down up A, and man's just standing there and the character just drops. You're like, yeah, I've done this how many times in training and it just didn't run. Yeah, it's one of them ones.
It's proper frustrating, or you just give a punch by accident and they just fall down.
Finish him.
Shout out to Alexiel. Finished my A-levels today. Big up to you, man, for getting me through this year. Big up to yourself.
Right. Big up, man.
A-levels. Congratulations.
Big up.
For the future. Well done. Congratulations and all the best with what you decide to do next.
Hopefully at uni you're going to go and do sports science and physio, bro, and then work for Liverpool. Injury problem.
Tahir says, what do you think of Coutinho going to Everton? Don't like it one bit.
I don't really get the point when
I don't even see is that it's even going to happen. Like, I just feel like
he's better than Hammers.
Where did this thing come from?
Because no one else wants him.
No, I just think that he's been injured, and I think there's been something about his contract, whether if he plays more games, they owe more money. But then again, you hear conflicting. I don't know what's going to continue, but Everton, to revive your career, you're better off going freaking Leicester or Leeds or something, or Atletico. Help out João Felix. He needs all the help because that man is starving, bro. He's hungry by himself. No one ain't helping him. Coutinho ain't going Everton. I think his loyalty. Dare I say it? You think so?
Yeah, why not?
Bro, there was a lot of rumours he didn't want to play for Spurs because of us. Because apparently, when Mauricio was there, he badly wanted Coutinho, and Coutinho was like, I can't. Like, Liverpool.
He still had options then. He doesn't have options now.
Nah, he'll get up. What, if he ever going to club that's in from, you think? You think so?
Potentially. How many teams play over 10, bro?
But what does that say to James?
James can play on the right, innit?
No, James on the right is a myth. He ain't got the power.
That's where he plays, though. That's where he plays for them.
Plays 10, no?
If he goes to Everton, he's well and truly become the biggest scumbag that left Liverpool.
So hold on. Why is that energy not reciprocated for Owen?
Because you've seen the story, bro. Owen didn't leave in a scumbaggy way. Owen did. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did, bro.
No, he didn't. Owen wanted to experience a foreign country, and you can't
contract run down.
Wanting to experience.
Someone else
made an agreement. He would come back within a year or two, and Liverpool were the one who actually broke the agreement, not him. You can't compare that to Coutinho pretending he's injured, handing in a transfer request, doing all that crap. And then what? And then going and playing for Everton afterwards? Nah, I'm sorry. That's not.
He will be a snake. He'll be
a much bigger scumbag than Owen.
Oh, shout out to anime fans.
United at the end of his career because he had no choice. Coutinho's 28, 29. Like, he can't tell me like this is like his last chance at playing for anyone. He's like, nah, man, I'm not having that. I'm not having
All
that.
the anime fans, he'll be a
just both in the
Orochimaru.
same.
He'll be a Orochimaru in Naruto. You man know what I'm talking about. He'll be a Orochimaru, the deepest snake in the whole thing. But yeah, he will be a snake. If Coutinho went there to Everton,
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm not saying he wouldn't be.
I don't think he could take the heat. Do you think he's a player that could take the
Yeah,
even
where's
with
he going to live?
Of course, he'll find somewhere to live, man. Richarlison is still
You better
hopping
make
about.
sure. You better make sure people don't know, because you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not condoning anything. I'm just saying we know.
Yeah, no, but there's people out
in that
there
area,
who will do stuff like that.
in that
so
area, brother, speak.
Dado1 says, happy birthday to Dado1's wife. Was unable to get on the Kopish tune on Monday as we were out. So my brothers are doing it now. Happy birthday to your wife, Dado1. Hope you guys had a good evening on Monday.
Definitely.
1975 Jamrock, guys, I think you're going to be wrong about Daka, which is more than a possibility. More than a possibility. But I prefer to be wrong than him come and us be right in a weird way.
For real, I know what you're saying, because it's like that means he would have taken that gamble.
Yeah, when we were in a position to.
Yeah, and this ain't even no dig or at any one player, but a lot of people we dig out Origi, and let's say, for example, Origi was the one that was sacrificed, and Daka comes in, and then we find that Daka can't even, tie Origi's shoelaces. Then it's going to be a thing of like, what was the point? Because you wanted someone out so badly, we're going to get someone else in who we think is unproven, and then it's a thing where, do you know what, we was right. He hasn't got the pedigree, or he's still learning. So
yeah, for real. AM so it says Brock Lesnar is like one of them Vikings. He is.
No, he is.
Shout out to Tahir, who's just become a new member. Guys, if you'd like to become a member, click the link in the description. And Stephen Norton says, long time viewer, first time messaging. Love your work, guys. It's the best LFC content, bar none. You'll never walk alone. Bless you, Stephen. Really appreciate that. Lovely comments there.
Thank you,
all right. So, Drift, while you speak about Donny, well, no, go for it. The floor is yours. You want to speak about Marlon, and then we'll open up.
Yeah. You know what? It might feel like a big build up now, because I kind of wanted to get you lot's taking it away, because it's funny that we didn't have any link to him at all. We did a members video about a week ago, and he was one of the players that we kind of scouted ourselves within our research for our thingy, and now it's actually looking like there's a possibility. Do you lot actually feel like he could be the Origi replacement, or even possibly like the Firmino replacement? And like, what do you lot think about it? Because when we went through, like, Silva was the guy that, that I personally, if we're looking at that, the lower level down, he's the one. So now that the Marlon links look quite like real, what are you lot thinking about it?
Not for me. I mean, again, a good player, but I don't see. Here's the thing. So we've got Mane, Firmino, and Salah and Jota right now. For me, someone's coming in, they've got to be so definitive that they're saying to one of those three, you're either dropping out of the team or you're dropping a position. I don't think Marlon does that. I think Marlon just adds a bit of competition. I don't think he comes in and, again, from the small things I've seen of him, he doesn't look that clinical, which is like, we're such a simple fix at the moment. Go and get someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. Like we spoke about, I can't remember what video we spoke about. It might have been the members video. 140 odd shots on goal at Anfield since the turn of the year. Even if a player scores 10% of that, that's 14 goals. 14 goals more than what we have now. We're still in a title race, in my opinion. Like, for me, players like Marlon, Daka, those are players I'd expect us to sign in Klopp's first or second season. Not in a season where we're going into, after the back of this one, where we need a number 9 who not only puts fear into the opposition, but says, I'm one of the best in the world right now. And I'm going to show you right now that I'm one of the best in the world. Not a player who could potentially come good in the next 2 or 3 years, because then you're rebuilding again. And we should be rebuilding right now. We should be adding on top of what we've got. There's a difference of rebuilding and there's a difference of adding quality. We've built the house, innit? Now let's go and furnish it.
All right, so this is what I think of Marlon from what I've seen of him, even throughout the season as well. When I've caught a PSV game, he's good technically, he's fast, he's strong. But for me, he's pretty quick. He's pretty quick. He's quick enough. He's not like rapid like Mane Salah, but I say he's still fast though. He's still fast. But here's the thing though, he's not clinical. But here's another thing. He's still developing. He's trying to get better. Is he the finished article? No, because he's young. What is he? 21, 22. So he's not the finished. Yeah. He's far from it. But the thing is with Marlon, I feel like Marlon can play on the flank as well. And not only that, I think we have to become more realistic when we think about if we are going to be in Europa, this is the type of play that we kind of have to get used to being linked with. And it's frustrating because really and truly, we shouldn't be here. But I think, and like, for example, if I said to you, Dybala or Marlon, everyone's going to go Dybala, innit? Like, it's proven and whatnot. And even though they're different players, but I just think because of we're looking at a Europa situation right now, I kind of understand why the club is looking at that type of player. I think he can get better. My only thing is, though, by looking at the goals that he's missed and whatever, I would even say to you, though, he's not a naturally, he's not a natural finisher. So you see, like, how Salah isn't a Mane. Jota maybe he's the only one.
Pretty much Firmino. Marlon is pretty much Firmino.
No, I would say
good.
Yeah,
and he can score good goals, but he's not a one-shot, one-goal player, isn't he? He's basically Firmino.
I would say he's better. No, I think he's a slightly better finisher than Firmino, and I think he's more athletic as well in terms of he can beat his man a lot easier because.
Yeah, but remember, this is 30-year-old Firmino. 24-year-old Firmino did beat a man.
No. I hear what
I mean. Like, I think he's pretty much Firmino.
No, but in terms of standing a man at 1-on-1, Firmino can go round his man a few times. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't necessarily say that was like.
He'd leave. He wouldn't leave him there.
Yeah, he wouldn't leave him. Whereas I think Marlon can dubs a man. Marlon can actually leave a man like standing still. The only problem is like again. His finishing.
I think Firmino do that in his younger days. Still, I'm not good.
Not as regularly as Marlon though.
Yeah, Marlon's fast,
It's the quality of the league as well. Because again, and this is why I was never keen on Daka as well.
He might be fast.
It's not just the type. It's not just the amount of goals he's scoring. I look at the types of goals he's scoring. I think when I look at him score some of the goals, and again, no disrespect to Daka, I look at them and I think. You're not scoring that in a Premiership goal. You're not scoring that against someone like a Fabianski or, dare I say, a Nick Pope or someone like. You're not scoring that goal against that goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So even though you're getting a bag of goals and it looks pretty, I've got to look at who you're scoring against. And again, the same goes for Marlon. When I'm seeing him score goals, thinking, a Premier League keeper saving that. And then when I'm seeing him miss one-on-ones, I'm like, we've already got players who do that. I don't want to add another player who misses one-on-one. You've got enough of those.
But here's the thing: Liverpool probably looking at it is like that's not silly, but that's probably the one area that he needs to improve because everything else is kind of like it's at a decent enough level. So they're probably thinking, if we pay 22, 25 mil for this guy and we work on his finishing, and obviously he's got decent movement as well. They're probably thinking, well, we might have a gem on our hands. And let's be real. I think we can all sit here categorically and say, me personally, I never thought Mane and Salah would have done this amount of critical damage to the rest of the Premier League since the time they've entered the Prem. Sorry, entered Liverpool. So not the Prem, entered Liverpool. I'll sit here and tell you, I never would have thought that Salah would have banged 44, and then for the rest of the other seasons, he's banging minimum 20. And that's the same thing of Mane. I thought they were very good players. I just didn't know whether they were capable of going to like that level where they're just like they're literally untouchable.
I hear you, but you see Salah, and again, maybe I'm being harsh on Marlon, and I don't mean to be if I am. But again, you looked at the type of goals he was scoring, like at every club he'd been at, and the types of goals he was scoring. He scores those goals against any goalkeeper in world football.
True.
I'm not seeing those types of goals from, like, even when I look at when Haaland was scoring in Salzburg, I looked at his goals and I was like, no matter who's in goal, he's scoring that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's scoring that.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So, and again, that's why
I would want Andre Silva out of all of them because he's the most clinical out of all of those like next level down strikers. He's a proper fox in the box. Do you know what I mean? Like his thing is getting in and around the penalty area and scoring a goal, whether it's a head, volley. Like he's very. I think he's a lot more clinical because of the level he's played at. Like he's played in Italy, and now, do you know what I mean? Now, the level he's played at, he's used to more. Like when you play for Milan, for example, that's pressure. Even when they were crap, it's still pressure to play for that club. So I feel like he'd be more equipped. You know what I mean? And if Cristiano Ronaldo was the truth, he's the one that said, "Watch out for this brother." You know what I mean? To be the next big guy. He's doing bits now. And I remember a lot. There's this myth he only scores penalties. Remember when we did the breakdown? He's only got 6 penalties out of like the 24 goals he scores. So he's not even like he's that much of a penalty scorer.
No, I know, but do you know what it is though? I look at if you look at some of the type of goals though, it's like
what we need, bro. In the box, in the penalty area, tucking it away, like that's what we need, bro.
No, it is, but I'm worried though, like, because sometimes, as Cal said, when you look at the type of goals, are you going to get that amount of time in the Prem? Like, are you going to get that time?
That's another thing. All the teams in Germany play a high line.
Yeah, and it's like,
Silva's good in the air. We cross the ball a lot. He's good in the air.
He's good.
That's what I'm saying. Silva good.
I think Silva's good. I think Silva's the most composed in front of goal. But dare I say, I think Marlon's got more to his game though than Andre Silva. And with Marlon, you can play him on the left or you can play him on the right. And I know, and that kind of,
bro.
No, but I'm just giving you.
Like Cal said, we just want someone who's going to just score the goals.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying though, this guy's versatile. Like, and it goes. The same thing goes to Jota. When we bought Jota was there because Jota could play all 3 positions, and that's what he's doing now. Marlon could do the same thing, except for Marlon's not clinical like Jota or as clinical. But how do we not know that Marlon can't take that next step up? Whereas if you get an Andre Silva, I'm gonna be real. Remember, Jeff, it's as simple as if he doesn't get the goals and be that poacher, he's done out. Whereas Marlon, you kind of could think, well, if he's not that clinical, let's say, for example, Klopp was to put him on the wing and he starts doing the madness, we kind of think, oh, right, actually, do you know what? He may not be the striker we wanted, but at least he's doing something on the wing and you've got Jota that can go through the middle. I just feel like with Andre Silva, he's good, bro.
No, it's time to have a striker at the club. If Klopp doesn't actually want Origi to be the guy, it's time to go and get we need a striker. We ain't got no fucking striker.
Do you know what it is, Drift? Andre Silva is the best finisher that you said out of all of them, but I don't even know if he's clinical enough. Whether we will be happy enough. I'm just being honest. I
think you do a good job at Liverpool. If I'm being
fair enough.
Dado once said, "Job done, wife skinning teeth," as the boys played the tune.
Big up, wife still.
LFC Aaron, what about Tammy Abraham? With all due respect, Tammy not for me.
What about him?
I'm not gonna lie. I look at it like if he's not good enough for Chelsea, why should he be good enough for us?
Yeah, it can't be. That question can't have been like, do we want Tammy Abraham? It can't be.
Plus, we're getting that Chelsea tax as well. They ain't selling for 40 for us. It's gonna be like 55.
40, yeah.
That Chelsea
tax. Time for the club while we've got Adrian anyway.
Why is that? Oh, he saved the penalty from me. I completely forgot about that. 1975 Jamrock says Daka has a 36.5 conversion rate, albeit in the Austrian league, higher than any other top fours in Europe. You actually don't know if he will miss. Now, again, I'm not saying it's definitive. I'm just saying from what I've seen of him, I'm just not convinced. Me personally, I'm not convinced. When I saw other players,
I had an 86% conversion rate in the Sunday league. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to go play in the championship and bang goals.
Yeah, and that's my thing is you've got to look at the quality of opposition they're playing against. LFC Aaron says Chelsea didn't want Sturridge either. That's a lie. No, it's not. They actually wanted Sturridge. Sturridge just said he wanted to go
because he wasn't getting the chance. That's what I was going to say. And I'll say this as well. Shout out all you Walking Dead, man. Wasn't there an Abraham that absolutely got dumped by Lucille?
Right, yeah, that's peak, man.
No, but I'm just saying, innit? Like Abraham, the name doesn't carry very well. It's not carrying a lot of weight for me. It's not a lot of weight. I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
You know what's bad about that is if you were picking everyone on their knees, who
would you want to get?
It was actually.
I didn't want to say it, but it was my man, innit? It was well, if he goes, he goes. Abraham, you know. All right, listen.
Cal, have you watched full games of Daka? Not many. I haven't. I'm not going to sit here and say I haven't. I'm not an expert. That's why whenever I make an opinion or say my opinion, I do always say in my humble opinion because he just doesn't do it for me.
In my humble opinion as well, can people let me know what channel he's playing on? Because I don't know what channel he's on. So I just want to know, like,
Yeah,
what
I'm
is
not gonna say how I watch him. I'm able to watch it.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, guys, phone lines are open, people. So let's see what comments, questions, etc. you've got. Remember. So if you hit your 2 minutes, this is the video you're going to be seeing.
Take it whatever way you want to do.
Yeah. So guys, you know how it goes.
It's so quiet, you know.
Hey, do you know how scared I'd be of a man whispering at me rather than shouting at me?
Yeah, if it was Romero, I'd be petrified, bro. It's like,
Go. Do whatever you want to do. Bro, Romero's the guy, bro.
ZZ says, would you take Choupo-Moting for a season? No, but knowing Choupo-Moting's agent, he'll probably get that move for him.
For real, and knowing us, he'll probably bang in like 18 goals in the Prem.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he does it.
Big goals, that's for sure.
He's a weird one, Choupo-Moting.
He is,
Yeah.
He very much is. All right, guys, I'm going to set the 2 minutes for the first caller. Let's do this. Ids, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Nah, I'm good, thank you. How you guys?
Good, thank you, bro. Good, thank you.
Now that you mentioned Marlon, yeah, I want to rant about FSG, man. Oh.
All right, let me give you 2 minutes. Start from now, yeah?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Why we link with these Scout Nation players, I swear, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, the first question I want to ask you guys is, what are your ratings of our owners out of terms in terms of Jurgen Klopp's reign? For me, I'm giving them a 3. Like, they furloughed our staff during the Super League, and they only apologized because of the outrage. Like, it just doesn't make sense for me. Like, and like, the reason why we are not doing well this season, yeah, is because of the lack of depth here, yeah, and that's solely because of FSG. January, we took onto Matip to get injured to get a centre back, and we were in dire need of to get centre backs, and we got Kabak and Davis. Like, Davis not even getting a game. And like, the main problem I have with FSG, yeah, and this is when I became FSG out, yeah, is not strengthening the year we went to the year we won the Champions League. That's when I fully became FSG out. The last team, yeah, to win the Champions League, yeah, was Chelsea before. Last English team to win the Champions League with Chelsea, and when they won the Champions League, they got Oscar, Demba Ba, and Hazard. That's just a mockery. Like, I just don't get these owners. And the second question I have for you guys, yeah, is in order, who are your first 3 names in the team sheet, provided everyone is fit? My one is first Van Dijk, second Salah, third Henderson. That's all I have.
Great questions, bro.
Great questions, man. Serious questions, bro.
You stayed under 2 minutes as well, so.
He did, bro. He did.
That must have been close, though.
He smashed it still. He'd been close, but he smashed it.
Yeah. Right, it's thank you as always, bro.
Big up, man. Big up, bro.
All right, gonna ask you your questions now. Thank you. Zubiri, just got off work. Start the over. Cal stunting a do-rag. I don't know what you're saying, Matt. Bless up Drifty. Oh no, bless up to me and Matt now.
Yeah, big up, man.
You say he's a berry. Like, the do-rag just rubs you up the wrong way.
Yeah, man just said, what you saying, Matt? What you saying? What do you mean, what am I saying? What are you saying?
No love.
It's Fridays, bro. It's Fridays, man.
All right, who wants to go first then?
Yeah, what's the first question again?
FSG rating out of 10 since Klopp's been here, and then
first 3 names on team sheet.
Yeah. I agree with the list of Henderson, Salah, Van Dijk. Those are the first 3 names that I will put down on the team sheet. And I've struggled to leave Alisson out of that, but and FSG, you know what? I'm not going to ignore where we are as a club outside of the pitch when I'm making my assessment, because I feel like that's still the job of the owners. And if you look at a lot of other clubs, they are in a mess on and off the pitch. At least we're not a mess off the pitch. Like Super League aside, because remember, everybody tried to go and do that as well. So we're not an anomaly there. Tottenham, Arsenal, everybody tried to do that. It's not like our owners are the only ones. So taking that away from it, I'd probably give them a 5 out of 10, because I think off the field, they have done a good job to make us as big as we are. They've just really dropped the ball on the pitch. And that wasn't a minute. Anyway. That wasn't a minute. No way.
It's not me counting the second, you know. Like,
Cal put 40 in it and not a minute.
No. It's Joe Romero. No, you know, I don't even care, bro. I just need to hear Joe Romero. Go. Do whatever you want to do. Go. Man's whispering, you know.
Man thinks this is Predator.
All right, let me go next. Let me go next. All right, my minute starts when?
Now.
Oh, now. All right. First 3 names on the team sheet: Van Dijk, Salah, and Alisson. In terms of FSG's rating, they have got us a lot of commercial deals. They got us the Nike deal, which effectively, if things were normal, I think we would have made more money, because I think in terms of the royalties, the 20% royalties really would have helped us out. They've done the main stand. They're looking to do I think it's the Anfield Road end as well.
Yeah, Annie Road.
So I'm gonna give them a 5.5. I'll give them a 5.5.
Cool. Matt's hairline says, "Bat bro, it's getting dark in here." Left. Yeah.
You're under the do-rag now, bro. Yeah? Understand that, bro. Under the do-rag.
I'll do my minute from now. So first 3 names, three names, same as Matt.
3 names.
Yeah. So Virgil, Ali, and Salah. Henderson and Fabinho, very, very close. Very, very close. But those are the 3 for me. The FSG's rating out of 10, I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go in the middle. Good commercial deals. They've done some good stuff off the pitch. But yeah, the stuff that they needed to really do, especially in the last 12 to 18 months, just hasn't happened. And it's just not been good. It's not been good. So yeah, that's me.
You lot don't learn your lessons. Both of you left Henderson out your top 3, like important.
Can I tell you why? Just quickly before you move on.
No. Your minute's up.
No. I'm going to tell you why. Virgil speaks for himself. Virgil speaks for himself because he's the best centre back in the world. Salah because he's our best attacker, and Alisson because if he's not playing, it's Adrian. It's Adrian, bro. Let's be real. If Henderson don't play, someone else can step in. If Ali don't play, how many times have people sat here and gone, "Oh my God, Ali ain't playing," and then everyone's sweating about the team sheet, and then you go look on Adrian's Instagram and see Adrian putting prayers up and all them things. I don't want to see that. I don't
want it to end up being on a tangent, but I would love a statistic of win and loss percentage without all of those players that we just mentioned. And I've got a very strong feeling that apart from maybe Van Dijk because of what happened this season, Henderson will actually be the most valuable, as in we lose more when he's not playing. But fair enough, we'll keep it moving.
Fair enough. Zuberi, I was saying start the show from the beginning. It's all love and blessings still. The do-rags are suspicious. What are you saying, man? Why are the do-rags suspicious? What? Why are the do-rags suspicious?
Do you know what they're trying to say? Kai? They're trying to say we went Turkey, innit? That's what they're trying to say, innit?
Everyone know you lot see mine every week.
Like, you lot see mine. You lot see acting like you ain't seen my head top.
You lot see me in the depths of hell for the last year or however long we were in lockdown. Like,
for real.
I couldn't have got much rougher than I got.
For
real. Next caller. LFC for days. Can you hear us? You're on mute at the moment. How you doing, bro?
What's going on, man?
Yeah. Hey guys. It's been it's somewhat testing week. I think back-to-back draws where we knew we could have come out with a result, which is pretty sad. But very quickly, I just want to go in and at least try and see if we can get something a bit more, something a bit more to looking at the future. So
I'm just sorry to cut you. I'm going to start you 2 minutes now. Yeah. By the way, your profile picture is hilarious. By the way, I know we say it every week, but it's hilarious.
Oh, thanks.
Go for it, bro.
Cool. So looking at what we can do, hopefully this summer, it's just always a point I kind of like. I think we have a lot of things that Klopp does have to look at, which would be good. The first thing, obviously, is we have to really look at that the false nine position. Going to church doesn't make you any more Christian than standing in the garage and thinking you're a car. It's not going to happen. And I think at this point now, Bobby really does need to move to that cam. And I have seen Bobby, with what he still has skills-wise, actually looks pretty good in the cam position, because he doesn't have that responsibility of now he needs to score. And so we do need to get that ST, that his job is to score and to do what we need there. Ideally, I also want to look at the fullback position. Trent has shown me that we need to look at trying to get an attacking fullback. If we can get Trent trying to score as much as he tries to cross, maybe mix it up 50-50, I think we've got an attacking threat there. Tsimikas, I heard, is very good attacking wise. He does have defensive traits there, but I think attacking wise, he could be also on the left side, another person we could look at for trying to score outside the box. If Klopp can try and take what he's done as making fullbacks crossing and try and mix it up now with shots, I think we got two things we can mix with, and then we can play, Robertson and Gomez if we want to be defensive. But if we want to go all out attack, then I don't know, Tsimikas and Trent could be that option. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
I like your points, bro. I like your points. We're gonna go and chop those up now.
Cheers. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Thank you, bro, as always.
ST, bro. I swear, I thought you were going to say, we need to go get that STD. I was going to say, whoa.
Yeah, I thought you were going to finish with another letter. I was thinking, oh no, I'm going to have to.
You man are going mad,
No, man's not trying to shut you guys down.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
it. In a bit.
Thank you, bro.
Big up, bro.
Some very good points. You guys know how I feel about Bobby in the 10. I'm 50-50 on it. Purely because that's Bobby's best position, in my opinion, is the 10. So I'll give myself a minute. Bobby's best position is a 10, but is he one of the best in that position? I don't know. But we won't know unless we play him there. Say again?
He's probably not, if we're being honest.
Yeah, and that's my thing.
Top 5 or top 10, if we're being really honest.
So that's my thing. If he's not top 10 in the world, then in my opinion, he shouldn't be starting for Liverpool. In my humble opinion. Whether he can be a squad player, that's a different argument. I'm happy for him to be a squad player, but not a starter. But that means we have to go and get a top quality number 10, and I don't know if there are any of those about. Now, in regards to Trent, what I'd really like to see is us, and again, we're kind of putting square pegs in round holes again a little bit, but I wouldn't mind seeing Gomez play next season as a right back sometimes to deputise for Trent, because I think he's better defensively. So games like where we know we need to be a bit more defensively sound, I'd go Gomez at right back, and that means Trent gets the rest as well. That's my time.
To keep it simple, I actually agree with everything Cal said, so I don't really need a minute. Like, I do agree with everything Cal said, although I'm still completely okay with Firmino being our 10, even though he isn't like top 5 in the world. But I'm still completely okay with it.
Matt, do you want a minute?
Yeah, give me a minute. Start from now. I think Firmino, for me, can do the 10 role. I know he's not like best, like, I don't know, like top 10 in the world, so to speak, but I think there's more there that you can unlock from him, and I think it depends on the striker you've got in front of him. So say, for example, you have got that Harry Kane, and I think Firmino is more of an assister than a scorer. I think you get a lot out of Firmino. Not only that, when he hasn't got the pressure of scoring goals, I think he relaxes more. And I think he enjoys his football more as well. And I think that's what happened when Salah and Mane were doing their thing. He was able to go along and just relax and play football and score goals. Hence the 27 goals he got in that season. As for Trent, listen, I just think Trent needs more protection and he's young. He's going to get better. I just feel like, again, maybe getting a right back in that's on the flip side of Trent, very defensive, might help him out. And maybe that might also help out Trent from a defensive point of view. But yeah, that's what I'll say about that. Getting someone who's more defensive.
Man, you snuck that in there. You had 1 second left, literally.
But I'm king of this thing. You know me already.
Oh, okay. You know, famous last words.
That didn't take any time. One thing I like about Firmino in comparison with others in terms of keeping him around, I think the way he plays, he's probably got the most longevity out of our strikers. And I feel like that's why it would be a mistake to get rid of him as well.
That's fair point.
Yeah, fair play. Because I
don't like this 55 million euro rumor going around that Atletico want him as well. Because
I don't believe it. Only because of where it stemmed from. Where it stemmed from, I don't believe that personally. That's just me. Though.
But if we're looking to get rid of him, full stop, I'll be upset if we shot him.
We should be selling for me, in my opinion. I just think
we shouldn't be. I'll be vexed if we shot him.
Listen, all the top players that are not having good seasons this season, Mane, Firmino, whoever else you want to put in there, should not be sold this season. See what they have next season and see if they can go again. This season's been crazy. It's an anomaly season in my opinion. I've always said that. No one is dead. No one is like, I don't know, so to speak, over the hill. I said, man are tired, man need a break. Like, look at the football that they've just gone through. There was always going to be a season where they don't perform to the levels that we expect them to.
Not even just that though, bro. When it comes to Firmino, I know you got to take his personal, how he feels into consideration. But looking at it from a football point of view without thinking about people as individuals, Firmino is an unbelievable impact player and squad player that will mean we don't drop down that level like what we're annoyed about, where we've never got anyone on the bench who can do anything when they come on. Like, for me, every time he's come off the bench, I actually feel like he makes a big impact. Do you get what I mean? So I like every time. I can't remember a time Firmino's come off the bench and not kind of like made an impact. I feel like he always makes an impact off the bench. So, you know what I mean?
Sorry. I've just got some footage of Matt after reading that comment by Scoop.
Not the bang. Not the bang. Not the bang.
Shut up! Shut up, please! Shut up! Please! Shut
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Listen, I ain't got nothing to say. That caught me so off guard. Listen, all I can say is Naby might be dead. Cool, he might be dead. Might sell him. Fair enough, we sell him. Let's just hope that FSG invests properly, innit? Because I don't want to hear no complaining if Naby was to be sold and we go by Todd Cantwell. Just putting it out there. I don't want to hear no one complain. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear anyone go.
I'm going to ask you guys a question in effect.
Don't want to hear it.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. So Dinesh has just said, boys, you're wrong about Henderson. If he was not out with injuries, Liverpool would be in the semi-finals of the Champions League and be in the top 4. I love Henderson. The only reason I won't say that right now is because Henderson's not a goal scorer. That's what we've missed. We've missed a goal scorer. We've missed.
I know, Cal, but I agree with him in terms of the mentality. I think he would. Like, I know we've had a bad season and he's been playing in some of those games, so it's not like he's a miracle.
I think it's
that away leg, for example, at Real Madrid, which is where the game was lost, the first half in that away leg. Hendo don't let that happen.
No, I agree.
That wasn't even about ability. That was about the players just weren't on it. That
I agree, but let's not forget we did lose. What was it, like 4 or 5 games in a row at Anfield when Henderson was still there.
This is what I was going to say. I slightly disagree. I'd even say the first game of the Real Madrid game where we didn't turn up was when Henderson could have got the team to like wake up, because remember we came away from that game thinking, oh my days, like we was that our team playing football?
Yeah.
Like, we went to Real Madrid's training ground and they taught us a lesson, bro. Like, their training ground, they didn't even have they had a lot of first team players missing as well. They had no Varane.
They taught us a lesson. We just made mistakes.
No, bro. They taught us a lesson. You want to know why they taught us a lesson? No, they taught, bro.
We made mistakes, man.
They taught us a lesson in how to be mentally strong.
We went there, looked shook, bro. We were shook.
Yeah, and I don't think the captain would have allowed us to be shook like that.
That may be true, but I still stick by the whole. I look at it like Van Dijk is the best centre back in world football. You have to pick him. Salah's our best forward. You have to pick him. So it comes down to either Alisson or Henderson, and that's what I was kind of like. If I pick Henderson, then I'm basically saying the goalkeeper don't really matter. Like, I'm basically saying I don't mind who plays in goal. Whereas if Henderson, but hear what I'm saying, Jeff. Hear what I'm saying. Captain is very, very important, but you can maybe negate your weight in certain games, whereas the goalkeeper has to be ever present. And I know Henderson's been a massive miss.
It'll be Kelleher, not Adrian.
But I mean,
so what I'll say, and again, I hope this doesn't take taken out of context and it's no shade. I genuinely still think, I'm not saying we'd win a league if Henderson was out for a season, but if Henderson was out for a season, but we still had Alisson, Van Dijk, and Salah, I still think we'd finish top 4 comfortably. Whereas if you take Van Dijk out, as you've seen this season, we ain't getting top 4. You take Salah out, we definitely ain't getting top 4. And if you take Ali out, we ain't getting top 4, in my opinion. So that's why they're the first 3 names on the team sheet.
It's kind of contradictory to the point you made before, though, that it was the scoring the goals that has messed us up since the turn of the year.
I hear you.
We could have actually had any of those players missing.
No, not Salah.
Not Salah, fam. Not Salah. Take away Salah's goals.
But technically, even though Salah is top goal scorer, he's still been part of the attack that hasn't been doing well. So
but he's still got
Alisson,
20.
Van Dijk, and Henderson
but
could
Ali's
possibly be just as, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Ali saved us a lot as well. Ali saved us a lot.
But could so if you say Hendo was out all year and you put Virgil back, the goal scoring problem still exists. If you put Van Dijk and Henderson and take away,
I disagree.
Take away Alisson, the goal scoring thing still exists.
Bro,
so.
I disagree because Virgil is a threat from set pieces, and we don't have that at all. And that's how we broke. And that's how we broke a lot of teams down last season.
What I'm saying is, though, if you take away Salah's 20 goals, bro, we got crumbs up front. We literally got crumbs.
No, but that's what I'm not talking about.
We literally got the end of the, the crisp packet where you empty the packet and all the crumbs are left. That's it.
When you talk about the others, like when Cal said, arguably, if Henderson was out all year but Virgil was back, then we would probably be comfortable. I'm saying, but to be honest, because the strikers have been a problem this year, I think the goalkeeper, the defender, and the midfielder, whichever one you want to take, it probably would be the same if the strikers ain't scoring.
Disagree.
Which does it really
I'll tell you why. I humbly disagree. If you take Salah out, for example, and put Henderson in, Henderson maybe have that winning mentality, get the team to drive on. But who's scoring the goals? Not Mane.
No, but you keep talking about Salah.
No, but let me finish. No. I'm saying, you're saying Henderson should be in. I'm going to go for each one. So you're putting Henderson in there for Salah, yeah? I'm going for each one, by the way. Take out Salah, Henderson's in there. So it's Henderson, Van Dijk, and Alisson. Henderson takes Salah's place, we ain't scoring no goals. If you put Henderson in over Van Dijk, we ain't defending, we're conceding. The mentality at the back is gone. They don't have that confidence. So I think we're still going to leak goals. So Henderson's in there, Van Dijk's out there. And obviously, if you take out Alisson and you put in Kelleher, there's going to be games where I think Kelleher will have good games, but I also don't know if Kelleher will have those performances that Ali has, where Ali has actually saved us in games. So even though Ali's made mistakes this season, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You lot keep on talking about this year in terms of like if one of them was out. If I'm being honest with you, this year is an anomaly. You said it yourself. So if you go back to the other years where we were good, whenever Henderson didn't play, it kind of was when it looked like it was more of a problem because we won games without Salah, we won games without Mane. We didn't win a game without Henderson.
We did because 18-19 Henderson found himself on the bench quite a bit until he scored the goal against Southampton
at the beginning of the year, bro.
Here's the thing. Funny you say that, because 18-19 season, that's when Van Dijk showed the world I'm one of the best ever to go down in history. That was his season. The season before that was Salah's season, And then, so that's 2 seasons already. So you've got Salah was the leading man in 17-18. Virgil was the leading guy in 18-19. 19-20. How many times did Ali have to save our bacon?
I'm not saying
19-20.
Listen, remember, all of these players are world-class players.
Yeah, of course.
It's very easy.
It's not like I'm saying it's just tough. I'm just saying it's a close one. But the only reason I'm not saying Hendo is because there's other ways we can kind of negate around him. Whereas the others, I think, is detrimental. Like, it's mad, like it's done. In my opinion, anyway. But yeah.
Kadir Hussein, what's the one performance that made you fall in love with a player that you'll never forget? Mine was R9 UEFA final 98. Remember being in awe. Same as me.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I know it's a book. Let me try to think of another one.
Sorry, overall football is R9. If it's just Liverpool, Champions League final, Gerrard.
Yeah, that's easy. Because my man done everything. But I'm just trying to figure out.
He played right back against Jorginho in extra time.
He did still.
He played as a 6, an 8, a 10, and right back in that game.
Or do you know what though? It wasn't as big of a stage, but the FA Cup the following year, Gerrard's performance could maybe Gerrard's performance was
better. I'm just saying, what was the first memory though? He said.
Yeah.
First memory. First memory. Oh, okay. Yeah.
If I'm being honest, one of the best clutch moments ever, just what he said it. You see Gerrard's goal from about 40 yards out on a half volley where he had cramp. And I remember listening to a podcast watching him and Carragher. And Gerrard was just like, I had cramp here and nowhere to fly. I just smashed the ball out. Like, he said he was so tired. He said he just smashed it. Like, he was just like, I'm done with this thing, man. And just smashed it. Bro, when I say to you, go watch back that goal. That's one of the clutchest goals you will ever see. Like, ever. Incredible. No one else on the planet. You see, when it comes to half volleys and them thing there, Stevie G's on one of his own. And we obviously know about Olympiacos as well. The ball comes out to him. And what's so mad is every single Liverpool fan knew Gerrard was going to hit it in. That's what's so mad about that. I'm getting goosebumps, like, even talking about it, you know. Imagine this. The ball gets, if I'm not mistaken, it's Carragher that plays it. The cross or whatever. Yeah. I think the ball gets headed out by Cinema upon goal, is it? I think. No,
Mella.
And when the ball fell to Gerrard, I kid you not, it's like I knew he was going to score.
But have you heard the crowd go, you actually hear the crowd go,
and then that's when Sky Sports had some decent commentary as I say decent, it is good now, but that's when Andy Gray was
that's when
was normal, when he was normal, and then man, they were normal.
I got lost for a minute. It was Carragher that flicked it on to Gerrard. I got lost.
It wasn't.
No, Carragher is played the original pass. Pass.
I can put money on this drift.
Are you sure? I'm sure.
Carragher played the original pass.
Mella headed it out to Gerrard, and Gerrard hit the box.
Bro, when Gerrard hit that thing,
I could not be anything more sure in my life about.
No, you know what? I've watched that goal about 1 million times, so I'm more.
Give me goosebumps even now talking about
Carragher, but yeah.
No, Carragher played.
Sorry to cut you guys.
Someone said Carragher flicks it on. Oh, Kai might be in trouble.
No, I'm sure it was Carragher that.
Carragher didn't flick it on.
I'm just asking.
Risa went across the ball and it came back to Carragher. Carragher dinked it into Mella. Mella nodded it down and Gerrard scored.
I think what Carl said, because that's why I say Carragher's the one that crossed it, and my man knocked it on.
I've got 2 Gerrard books and he speaks about them in both books.
It was, I think, do you know what? I'm sticking, because I said firstly, Carragher crossed it, and I thought it was Pongo that flicked it, but it was Mella. I think it was Mella.
Kadir Hussein said it wasn't a Liverpool related one. So yeah, if it's not Liverpool related, it was R9 in the UEFA Cup final.
Yeah, R9 different, bro. He's different.
Jeez,
the greatest for me to ever.
It's where he did the shimmy and the goalkeeper almost tore his ACL.
And it was the fact that he had the actual confidence or the like thingy in a final to take the risk of doing that type of goal, like madness. You know, Ronaldo, a third of his goals were going around the goalkeeper.
Yeah, of course.
It's because he's the guy, bro. he's the GOAT. In my opinion, for me, R9's my GOAT, innit? R9's my GOAT still.
Sering says Trent to replace Thiago and Nico right back, sell Thiago and Naby. I can't agree.
Did he just
with
say
one.
Nico?
Whoa! Shot Thiago? What?
Yeah, I can't agree with that one, bro.
Wow.
Did he just say? Hold on. So he wants Nico up right back,
Trent in midfield.
I try to midfield and sell Naby and Thiago. I'm trying to see some footage of Liverpool fans. Wait a minute. I think hold on. Liverpool fans outside the stadium right now after that statement was made.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know about that take.
You know what? It's mad that he said that because there's been a few times and I've been watching Liverpool and I've actually just stopped and actually basked in the fact that Thiago's a Liverpool player for a moment. You know, when you get lost for a moment in the like, I cannot believe I just heard someone say shot Thiago. I am dumbfounded.
Right,
I am bamboozled right now.
Who said it, Cal? So I don't need to dig them up because it's not. It's Friday Night Vibes, but
Deserring, I think the person's name was. Kadir says, "Remember the flip flap?" I was like, "How the f?"
Yeah,
look, I was only about 7 when
that was Ronaldinho as well, though.
That Ronaldo performance in UEFA.
Yeah,
and I was just like, the next day I tried to do those skills. Now
when he did it at the touchline. Remember when he did the flip flap at the touchline?
Oh.
Ronaldo's different.
Right, let's go. Let's call her in.
Yeah.
Chris M, can you hear us? Oh,
we lost it.
Damn, son.
Sorry.
Chris M?
You back?
What's going on, man?
I'm back. Yeah. What's good?
Cool. What's going on, man?
Yeah. There you go.
Hey,
What did we expect from FSG? Because Malin, Daka, all of these, man, we were going to be linked to them. Do you know why? Because we're going to be playing in Europa next season. We're dead. We are finished. We are finished this season. We are done. This season's a write-off. That's what I'm going to say about that. And my first question.
I'm going to start in 2 minutes now then.
No worries. Yeah, my first question was, I think we as a fan base, we have to heighten our expectations because FSG has conditioned us. They've programmed us into thinking we can't get this, we can't get that. Because let's be realistic. We're talking about this forward, this finisher. How many finishers are in world football right now that can put it in the back of the net? There's not a lot, is there? It's only going to be the top echelon that are going to have those sort of players in the world. And we're not going to get that realistically. And yeah, that's just disappointing. That's my first question. We need to do we need to heighten our expectations as a fan base? Because I don't want to be getting one trophy every season or no trophies, because that's what we've been like these entire seasons. We either get a Premier League or Champions League. We're not going to get the FA Cup or the League Cup because we don't take those seriously. So it's only going to be those two trophies realistically. So we have to really heighten our expectations because we're a big club. We're Liverpool Football Club, and we need to start acting like it. Because Man City will get a trophy every season, and we're just going to be sitting there like, oh yeah, okay, we didn't get a Champions League or Premier League. Let's try next year. No, man, we shouldn't be thinking like that. We need one trophy every season because we're Liverpool Football Club. It's as simple as that. And my second question is going to be, what was my second? Yeah, do we need to be focusing on our midfield more than our attack? Because Man City, I was in awe of them that second half, against PSG, because the way they were just holding the ball, they were pressing. I was like, you're not going to get the ball off these guys. Like, even when they conceded, it didn't look like they panicked. And that's what we were like, but we usually relied on momentum more often than not. So I feel like we need more technical players in the midfield. And of course, the attack's more important, but I feel like the midfield we need to fix on more, in my opinion. So yeah, those are my two questions.
Brilliant questions, bro. And
great questions.
2 minutes as
great
well.
Questions, bro. Great questions.
Chris,
no,
absolute
thanks.
legend. Thank you very much, bro.
Cheers, man. No, thanks for having me on. I'll see you guys later.
Pleasure, bro. Take care, bro.
Yeah, I will. See ya.
All right, do you want me to go first?
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Fantastic questions, but yeah, go on, man.
Good question. I'll go now. All right, in terms of expectations, I've always said this. I've always felt like FSG have tried to condition us to thinking we've got to go for these type of players. And here's the thing. When we talk about Man United and when they went in the Champions League and how they were to get like Ibrahimovic and Pogba and Mkhitaryan, I know they make more money than us, but also I feel like the club is also showing ambition because they're not even too sure whether they're going to make Champions League the next season. I feel like with Liverpool, we always play that safe route. We always go by, well, if we're in Europa, we have to get Europa players. And that's how it stays. We don't look to have that belief that if we get these players, let's take a gamble and see if it works out because the club is run properly. Second question, what was the second question? Sorry again? I don't know.
Our midfield expectations.
That's it. Yeah, midfield expectations. The reason why I say it's very different to Man City, it comes down to DNA. Pep Guardiola has that in terms of he will get those technical ballers and probe and probe. That's to do with coaching. Klopp don't play like that. So as much as I would love technical ballers, I don't think Liverpool would get 3 technical ballers in the middle because that's not how we play. No, I don't care. I don't really care. I'm going to talk. Give it to me. Let me finish, then you can give it a thing. Yeah.
Oh, I will.
Yeah,
I
don't
work like that. Shut him up.
Hey, just shut up, man.
No,
you get every week, bro.
Just right.
Don't work. I think he's Clint Eastwood.
Listen, I do what I want. Do rag match. Shut up. Shut up. Everyone, shut up. Shut up. I'm joking. Now, just quickly, because I actually wanted to get deep into this point. Because here's the thing: when Chris was speaking about the whole midfield thing, I thought the same thing, and I've always felt like, and I can't remember if it was you. In fact, it was you. If it was, I was like, I love Jurgen Klopp here, I do. But when it comes to like his tactics and that, I kind of feel like Pep Guardiola, in my opinion, were more set up for the opponent. He chose those specific midfielders for a reason. So when he was like Gundogan, Rodri, and who was the other one? There was 3.
Kevin. It
was Kevin, yeah? I was like, he's going to keep the ball. He's going to pass them to death. They're going to probe and keep doing what they're doing. And I feel like with Jurgen Klopp he tries to overrun the opponent. So if we're aggressive and we attack fast, we're going to get at them. Whereas I kind of feel like with Pep, it's just a thing how that's Pep has always played. It's like death by possession, isn't it? That's how Pep plays. My man ain't like that. Klopp ain't like that. So I don't think we'll ever get to that headspace. I think that's to do with coaching and ID with the manager, in my opinion. Anyway. But I had to say that because
the Sky Gold thing, I feel like Matt 2 minutes needs to be carried over to the next.
No. I had to say that. No, I had to say because there's a lot that goes into it. Because
but then you just miss out on the next question. It's fine.
No, that's fine. I don't mind, bro. I'm just saying I had to get this one out because
it's just like Wild West out
here. This is my time, you know, bro. This is my time. Do-rag Matt takeover.
Man puts on the do-rag and finishes in the yard.
Do-rag Matt takeover. But listen, you see, you forget Florin. I can't pass Neus, yeah. I love that, brother. He's a technical baller. And let's say that we've got other technical ballers. I still think if we got them, they're still going to play that kind of defensive way that like Junior Wijnaldum's technical, you know? Like he's not as technical as say.
See, I'd have agreed with you before, Matt, and if we didn't go for Thiago. I think the fact that we went for Thiago.
All right. Funny you say that.
No. Techie as well.
Bro, funny you say that. Thiago's running around doing a madness, looking like he's doing the Henderson role.
But that's because he had to be. No, but that's because he had no one else to do it.
Funny you say that. Oxlade-Chamberlain or whoever, even James Milner, they can be the runners, you know. They can. No, let me finish.
Another player who's techie. Naby Keita is another techie one.
No, what I'm saying is we've got the techie players, yeah, but a lot of the times Klopp isn't using them in their best role or the coaching. Because we weren't getting the best out of Thiago until we went to a 4-2-3-1. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So when you
down to personnel as well, though.
No, I hear you. Thiago's the most techie player we have, yeah. And admittedly, we haven't seen the best of him on the ball. You know the best of him we saw on the ball when against Chelsea, and he was just allowed to dictate the game. That we all thought we was getting that Thiago. Lo and behold, we saw Thiago giving away yellow cards, slide tackling, and that's because Klopp was asking him to do different things, which I think was unfair to Thiago.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Sometimes I feel like we don't utilize the best of our players.
We don't play like Pep. 100%, we don't play like Pep. But Klopp is capable of doing possession football. He just didn't have the players to do it.
You've always sat there and said, Wijnaldum, he don't score enough goals. You want to know why? He gets told, I need you to recycle possession. I need you to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it's one as a Champions League and a Prem. I'm just saying, though, there are times when you kind of feel like, bro, let the man do what he's best at. You see, Thiago, let him dictate. You see Naby Keita, allow him to play that Leipzig. You see Oxlade-Chamberlain, just give him that number 8 role and just allow him to play. But sometimes we love this 3-man defensive shield. And that's why we used to laugh and joke and talk about, you see the midfield there? We know it's going to be Henderson, Milner, Wijnaldum back in the day. The defensive shield. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I feel like that was because he adapted the role to allow.
And now, though, I'm not digging you out. Talking about
I feel like it's because the fullbacks bomb forward. Remember, Klopp created this new way of playing that he'd never even played before because he realised he had the tools within the Liverpool team. He didn't play like this before because he didn't have fullbacks like Robbo and Trent.
I hear you.
So he adapted the team to use the weapons that we had, and it won us everything.
I hear you. No, I hear you. But
I feel like now he's realised, well, people have kind of sussed it out now because I did it for 2-3 years. And I think Carl's right. I think the fact that he tried to buy Fekir, I think the fact that we bought Thiago, I think he wants to go back to a more possession-based game. I do. I think he does want to go back to a possession-based game. Personally.
I'm just saying, we need someone. All I'm saying is, right now in our midfield, it's so mad that we talk about the lack of creativity and we need to change formation, go to a 10 or whatever. But what's so mad is Thiago will get the assist before the assist. Naby Keita, obviously, if he's fit, I'm just saying, he will break a line, and so can Ox. They can break lines. But what you find is that we are more of a possession-based team, but because we haven't got that techie player and the players that are available, it's more like we just have possession for the sake of it, and it's still the whole like we've got to rely on Trent or Robbo to deliver that final.
Yeah, but that's why Chris was saying he feels like midfield should be fixed because that's where he.
But that's what I'm saying as well. But sometimes I kind of feel like the midfield. Yeah, go on.
The problem we have for midfield, in my opinion, is the lack of goals.
And
I think creativity is a big miss. It is.
And again, not to shade you, Matt, but if we got, say, a Basuma to swap for Keita, I think we get more goals because Basuma will shoot from outside the box. I think if we were to get someone like, and again, I know it's not going to happen, but let's say we got a Coutinho and he played in the 10, we're going to get more goals midfield because he's going to shoot from outside the box and you'll get.
You say that, but again, respectfully,
I get what you're saying. That
no,
because to change players as well.
Yeah, because Drift, you said it best.
I don't think he fully does.
No. I'm not saying Cal. This is what I was. I don't think he says like, "Oh, Naby don't shoot." But you see, like Gini Wijnaldum, yeah, Gini Wijnaldum for Holland is more of a goal getter. He just is naturally positioning. I don't know, like free roam to do a bit more. And for us, he's very restricted in his role, and I feel like that's a lot of the midfielders. And when it comes to shit from outside the box,
from outside the box for Holland, though, bro.
No, I'm not.
A lot of his goals are still in the box.
No, I agree. In terms of shooting outside the box, I wouldn't go as far to say Basuma's even that guy. He can do it, Cal. Just like how Naby can, but I wouldn't say it's their trait. If you say Coutinho, I will say, Coutinho all day long.
Basuma's actually, that's one of his traits still. He shoots a lot from outside the box. When he gets a spider, he does still.
Again, but you want to know something? He's playing for a different team where he's maybe got to take that option. For Liverpool, you might be told by your manager, do you want to know something? I know you can shoot. I'm not saying you can't shoot, but if you see a better option, go do that. And I kind of feel like that's what a lot of our midfielders have to do. It's not that they're being told not to shoot, but they're always like, if you can see Trent or if you can see Robbo, play him in. It's the percentage play, in it, in my opinion. That's what I feel like we do too much. And it frustrates me. So I agree with you, but it's frustrating that we don't do it, bro. We don't shoot.
No. And then just on the FSG heightened expectations, I've been saying it for years now. We just take what we're given as a fan base. Like, we accept the bare minimum. Like, he's so right. Guys, what do I say to you every season? And you lot think I'm saying it just for laughs and giggles. I want us to compete in every trophy.
Yeah.
If we had the squad, we would.
But we don't.
Like, there's no coincidence Man City won the League Cup. They got to the semi-finals of the Champions League, got semi-finals of the FA Cup and about to win the league because of their squad depth.
Yeah.
Football, when you break football down, it's not the hardest sport to figure out. It really isn't. Usually the best team with the best players win things. It's not the hardest thing to figure out.
Or the best squad.
Let me just chime in instead of taking a minute, just so you lot know how much they've been conditioning us. Man United had Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez and bought Berbatov. That is peak.
And they rotated, didn't it? They got the job done, didn't
it? That is domination. That is
let's go further back.
To take over all this shit.
Let's go further back. Man United had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Teddy Sheringham, Andy Cole, and
Dwight York.
Yeah, there you go.
No one was saying nothing then.
Let's go a little bit back as well. Man United lost out of the league by 1 point. Went and bought Van Persie when they already had Rooney.
Yep.
Why is it that when we're linked with someone like a Sancho or a Haaland or whoever, we can't get them? Who's going to sit on the bench? Who's going to be on that sort of money and sit on the bench? Someone's got to sit on the bench. Don't care who it is because they're all quality.
FSG conditions certain man, you know.
I care when Salah sits on the bench, and again, no dig at any. I care when Salah sits on the bench and Minamino plays because the drop off's massive.
Well, like what when we had Flawless on earlier in the preview, Man United are paying out £600,000 a week in goalkeepers. Two of them
and
sit
again,
on the bench.
And again, I wouldn't even want it to go that crazy, but
no, neither would I. But it's just a point, though, bro. That we're always moaning about our team with like one or two guys. I mean, that is over here with 600 grand a week worth of goalkeepers.
Yeah,
just goalkeepers, you know.
Check this. Flipping Chelsea had Tammy Abraham and Giroud, who both were scoring at a decent rate last season. Still went and got Werner. Still went and got Havertz. Man City just won a Champions League game without Gabriel Jesus, Aguero, and Sterling on the pitch, and Ferran Torres.
Mad.
Not to mention Fernandinho. Not to mention. I think it was started. Was it?
Played, bro. He played.
Oh, did he? No, he didn't.
Fernandinho came on, bro.
No, he did because he brought Rodri on for like the last half an hour.
No, Rodri started.
No, Rodri started. Fernandinho was celebrating with Mahrez when Mahrez scored, and he had the bib on.
Yeah. Fernandinho came on the pitch, bro.
Maybe I'm thinking of the FA Cup game or the.
Mad.
Maybe I'm thinking of the League Cup game.
We don't have depth. We don't have.
Do you know what it is, though? Do you know what it is?
We never have. It's always cost us.
From when Liverpool, dare I say, from under. Let me think. From back in the day, from Houllier, from Houllier, Benitez, Hodgson, all of them. We've never had a squad, Roger, never. We've always had this thing we've got a great first 11, and we've kind of always been hyped about our first 11. And anytime we get linked with a player, we'd be conditioned to think, but that means someone's got to drop off. Someone's got to leave. What do you mean someone's got to leave? No one's got to leave. Rotation is key. That's why you get the best out of the players. They're able to rest. They're able to have competition. Imagine this year. Just quickly, Imagine this year. Man City, as Carl said, look how many players that they've got. They've always got literally 2 players for every position. It's only us that have to do a madness. And when Man City had that issue last season, where they had to put Fernandinho at centre back, what did they go and do? Buy Ruben Diaz.
And Nathan Ake.
And what did we go and do? Copy the same blueprint. We actually went into the season with 3 centre backs officially and told the press to say, don't worry, we got this on lock. Want to know why? Fabinho's the 4th choice. What happened? All 3 centre backs got done in the space of about 3 to 4 months, and that left Fab on his ones. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Fab was out as well, bro.
That's lazy,
Anyway,
that's
just
lazy.
quickly.
Yeah, we went on a tangent.
Yeah, sorry.
This is the mad thing about conditioning, I know that these things are all important. And maybe the way technology is now is why we have information now we didn't have back in the day, which makes things different, why we analyze things differently. Like Opta stats only came in like 2004 or whatever it was. We didn't have a lot of things before that gave us the information we have now, which is what changes us. But here's conditioning. Everybody keeps on talking about wage bill when we talk about stuff. I've watched football for a long time, and no one ever really ever gave a fuck about a wage bill. But FSG have conditioned us that now when we go for a transfer now, we're worried about the wages of the player. When did that ever matter? Real talk, when did the wages of the player ever matter? You know what? When it got to this peak time now where like Arsenal's owners, our owners, all these tight ass owners who do things and wages become a massive deal. We can't buy anyone because Ozil's on 350, so we've got to get him off the wage. But fuck all that. What are you talking about? What has that got to do with anything? Do you get what I mean? That
we've had to become accountable.
That is what you call conditioning.
It's part and parcel. Yeah, you're right.
Who's got the biggest wage bill? Like, honestly, who gives a shit? Who's got the biggest wage bill? Really and truthfully.
Wages are part and parcel of football. No one was talking about this 2-3 years, or even like 4 or 5 years ago about wages. But now all of a sudden, when a team is, not I won't say billionaires, but when a team is not like Man City or Chelsea, they've therefore got to look at their wage bill. Wage bill is a part of sport. It's a part of any sport. Do you know what I'm saying?
The wage bill is high because we've won stuff in the last couple of years and our contracts are incentivized.
And how it should be. Should I tell you something? Should I be real?
If you're the best, you get paid the best.
Yeah, but if your wage bill is low, it's more times than not you're going to be either mediocre or not that great. Your wage bill is supposed to be high when you are supposed to be at the best, supposed to be at the top, because you've got some of the best players and they're getting paid the best. Don't worry about no wage bill. That's what that's part of business. But again, we've been conditioned to go, oh, do you know what? Yeah, if we sign Mbappe, his wages are going to kill the club. Certain men are going to leave. That's for FSG to sort out. They're a business. They should better sort that out. We shouldn't have to be fretting on Twitter going, Twitter fingers out. Rah. Mbappe 350. That means Salah's gone. Nah, man. Let them deal with them thing there.
Gangan Deep. Shouts Gangan Deep. Hi, guys. Not sure if you've been covered it, but thoughts on the Sancho link. Personally, I only see it if we either sell Mane or Salah, but if we get Sancho, we will need a goal scorer number 9, as he is a creative winger, not a goal scorer. Gangan Deep, again, this is definitely not aimed at you, but this is what I mean. Why can't we keep Mane and Salah and still get Sancho as an alternative?
Because FSG have conditioned us to think that that's the way how it goes.
That's right. There's the whole point we've just made.
Yeah, like you sell a big asset, and then you bring in that asset. That's what we've been conditioned to.
And
the
worst thing about it is that it worked with Coutinho, and now everyone thinks that's the way to do it.
Yeah, and again,
because a lot of people forget it flopped before that. Go and ask Tottenham about when Gareth Bale left. What about when
look at us?
Left?
Yeah,
Suarez left.
Yeah,
and
so
we put a whole bag of man.
It doesn't work more than it does. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
and you know what? This is quite an interesting one from George, which I kind of agree with. Don't you think there's an arrogance to the way we conduct our transfer business? It's like everything we do, it's like we're obsessed with like being. It's so true. Like we're always like, yeah, we want to come in, make sure we get a great deal. Like, do you see how much Liverpool boasted about how much Thiago was only $5 million a year and how we managed to swindle that deal? And it's like, it's true, you know, there is an arrogance. Like, I know Edwards is the man, but we do try and always move like we've got to be, every time our transfer news is done, you've got to be mad impressed with how we did that and how perfect it was and the structure. And we only paid $9 million for Jota. Do you see how great that was? And it's all like, right, fuck all that, man. Just get the brother in the door. Like, honestly, like, just get the brother in the door, innit? Like, because if he didn't frap about with Thiago for all that time, he would have been there during pre-season and he wouldn't have had all of that catching up to do. So at the same time, it's like, man, fuck all that trying to get the great deals and all that. Like, I want you to make sure we don't end up like Barcelona, but stop showing up about how the deal's done and just get the brother in. Like, just get him in, man. Fuck all that, man. It's annoying.
Let's get back on track, boys.
For real.
Dinesh, my favourite moment was Liverpool winning the double in 1986 against Everton, Rush scoring the winner and Sir Kenya's player manager. Before my time, but I've watched the documentaries and the game. So yes, beautiful times. Slyros1 says, I'm FSG out, but our wage bill is second highest in the Prem. We just touched on that. Nice one, Slyros.
Yeah.
The speaker says, what do you think of Pep playing Cancelo left back against PSG? He's got the personnel to do it. Cancelo is good enough to play both sides.
He's intelligent enough to do it.
Slyros1, FSG will say Billy the Kid is like a new signing, as we saw last season.
Yeah. He was hyped up differently.
You see, there's always one every season. I reckon this season, I'm going to say now, I reckon this season will probably be Leighton Clarkson.
You know the youth team better.
And that's no shade on Leighton Clarkson.
No, what about
Musilio Arsky?
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to be the one. He's going to be
Might be him still.
And again, nothing against those. They're very good for their age. Just let them develop at their own pace over. Because you see Billy now. Billy's development has been stunted because there was so much expectation on him. He's not been allowed to grow because anytime you play him now, he looks like he's never going to get to the level that we were told he was.
If we go into that conference, I want to see Musilowski and Elliott being the wingers in that tournament and getting experience at like a higher level, but obviously not the pressure of like Champions League.
Yeah. All right. Next caller. I'm gonna Lee, I hate to do this. I've got to mute you though because they'll shut us down because of the music, bro.
Yeah, copyright thing. But nah, bless, bro, bless.
I cut it. But man, actually just with a fake bullshit for that. No way, man. Come through the fake.
That's on the face right now.
Get me, Kopish. Come on, Liverpool. Listen, man, think man are joking at it, innit? Man's dumb, bro, man was sitting there yesterday. Man was sitting there yesterday. Feet up, nice. No shit. Man was feeling nice, bro. I told you, man. This whole week, man, be doing my homework, bro. Man was watching last season, the Premier League, bro. Oh my god, that shuffle. Oi. And then you got them Arsenal man. They're dropping cups, man. Them and that amateurs. Let them cut you the shuffle, guys. Oh man, no, man. You must be good, man. I was watching whole Premier League, bro, last season, but it's been nice, but I feel good. No stress, bro. I'm telling you, you know what? My hair's gonna start growing back, you know, bro. You made me drop my ting, bro. Man, I'm gonna just leave that there for you, man, to let you know. Get me, cause. But on that though, obviously, I've been watching the Premier League from last season, innit? And the drop off from Firmino and Gini, man, is crazy, bro. The drop off has been crazy, like big time minutes. So obviously, I'm thinking. This next season, obviously, I'm on that for Rafinha hype. I'm on that train now. I have to, and you know what, Matt, you're right. You know, he is an actual region of Mahrez. It's crazy, bro. So I'm thinking, put Salah, because even last season I was watching it. Obviously, a lot of the games, innit? Obviously, I was watching it this week, innit? I'm thinking, Salah, I've been doing my homework because my me, but I want to see that. I want to see that penalty, bro. I want to see that penalty. I want to see it. But I'm thinking, put Salah in the middle, buy Mahrez, Reed and Rafinha, innit? Buy him, put him on the right. And I think because a lot of I'm actually being 50, innit? I think a lot of this season why Mane been playing so poorly is because Firmino has been so poor, innit? Cool. And I think that's actually affected Mane a lot, you know. Honestly, I do. So
what you said to
stop, bro. It needs to stop, bro, because I'm telling you, the drop off from Mane, yeah.
What's going on here? What's going on there, Andy?
It's the ball gang card. Come on, the ball gang. Come on, man. I'm thinking, honestly, remove Firmino out of it. Like he needs to. I think that man needs to dust in it because we know he's not on levels no more. Well, I think he's on some next thing. I'm gonna put his feet. I think also Sancho, man. Sancho, get them two, as you said. So we just load up because even if we saw the PSG game, you don't need a striker no more. Like just obviously try to do something different.
We don't need a striker.
He's fully on board, you know. When he says we, he's on it. Yeah.
When I get the t-shirt, you might think you're gonna be you're gonna know in it, man. I'm getting the t-shirt, but no Reebok thing. I'm gonna get the real thing. I want to get the 5 badges, 6 stars as well. I went to the mistake. I said 5. You know, I made a mistake, but.
You watch Istanbul. You watch Istanbul this week. It's understandable, bro.
No. I'm watching Istanbul next week. I was watching the Prem the whole week, bro. I'll be catching up. I told you about shuffle, bro. That shuffle, bro. Like, I told you, honestly, Rafinha, I'm on the hype. I'm on the train. I'm on the train with Rafinha, big time. He's hard. Sancho. Put Salah in the middle because even that last season, I think it was Leicester. I think he played from Leicester. He's been played a lot up top, and he can hold the ball up. Man's got freaking calves like tree trunks. Obviously, kind of man are struggling with the calves.
Yeah, we are still.
he goes behind. He can hold the ball up as well. So you've got a lot going for him. He can do it, and obviously, I genuinely believe Mane and Salah closer together will do a lot better moving forward. Whereas for Firmino, I think Firmino's drop-off is so detrimental. It's actually affecting Mane. Honestly, I do believe that. I'm on 50's train, bro. I do agree that. Listen, even if you want to keep him, keep Firmino next season, and then obviously use him for the cup games because we need to win a cup as well. We just go for the big cups, man. You can't do them for me. You have to go for all them clean up, nice, clean shaven. I want to do this little. I want to take out everything, bro. And especially
just to finish up, Lee. Who's your favorite Liverpool player?
Yeah, you know what? Genuinely, no joke. I actually like Robertson in it, but you know why? Because he's so reliable. Like, and he's never injured.
Yeah.
And
you shouldn't have said that out loud, though. Still.
No, but he's just saying he rates him. He's just saying that all jokes. He's saying like from a neutral perspective, you rate man, innit? Yeah.
No, bro. Like, in terms of who my favorite player is, I'll probably say Salah because he just scores mad goals in it. But I think in terms of like the person who I genuinely like outside of Salah, I think because he just the availability is the best. He's too reliable. He's quite reliable. So for me, I think Robertson he gets assists. He gets doesn't get goals because them things are going outside the stadium when he shoots. But yeah, like he's reliable, man. I like Robertson, but and obviously my granddad was Scottish, so I'm gonna rep for a minute, man. I'm gonna rep for the guy, bro. But yeah, listen, we back, we move. Come on.
You know.
Listen, you man. Next week, I'm gonna watch the Champions League final. I'm gonna celebrate, but I'm gonna have my apple juice. I'm gonna have the Magnum there. They do in Dubai now, and I'm good, bro. I'm nice. Oh, bro. You know what I mean? Because you know what? One joke, my missus said that she tried. Bro, I was about to slap her up, but I thought she was trying to be crazy, bro. She was like, "Oh, you look like you're in the Brixton Academy at some rave, bro, with the do-rags on it." Jump on my man, you're about to rave. I was like, yeah, you don't know, I'm about to join the Liverpool rave. She don't know these things. Anyway, listen, next week, same thing again, but
same, bro.
Pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Hey, we move, Lee. We move, fam. Hey, Lee, you know.
Oh, he's the man.
He's
the man.
too funny, bro.
He's the absolute man.
Shout out Lee, man. And again, this is why we love the Friday night show because listen, when your team's losing or whatever, and all jokes aside, like it's all about the community that we have on this channel. And I'm telling you, people, without you lot here, we wouldn't be what we are now. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that always tunes in, has always got the time for us. And so, I mean, I hope we're making you proud as well because this is the content that we love to bring you, man. Trust me, we love it, man.
By the way, Cal, even though I'm super happy we got Lee on board now, and I didn't want to kill his vibe at the time, slight wire across. I know you're going to try and bad me up afterwards. I never actually have ever said that Firmino's form is what affected Mane. Before you bad me up after, I don't want no smoke.
No, we'll speak
I've never
camera.
actually said that. I don't want no smoke.
We'll
just trying to back out the wall quick.
No, I've never said that.
No!
I've never said that. You lot have never heard me say that. You know I'm backing Mane all day, every day.
Just in the Joe Budden. Stop.
I've never blamed
This is basically me to Drifty after the show.
Send me a message like location. I'm gonna come wherever you want. Doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn, or Moscow. Doesn't matter. Tell me where.
Tell me. Bro, you see that face there? I'm not gonna lie, he looks like he's just he looks like
he don't play, bro.
Basically, there's no promo being cut there. Put it simply, there's no promo there, fam. That's real life.
This is number one bullshit.
For real.
Our next caller. It's you.
It's me again. It's you.
I don't think we're gonna be friends on this video. I don't think we're gonna be friends.
You sure? All right.
Well, I already seen your name. You've noticed I've not read out your name for obvious reasons.
All right, I think Callum knows who I am, but Drifty,
I do know you.
Drifty and Matt, guess what team I support? I'll give you a hint. We're gonna knock you off your perch on Sunday.
Let me guess, your Pogba United.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be a big game on Sunday, Northwest Derby. I think we'll beat you because Klopp's never won at Old Trafford. I think we'll beat you. I think he'll be 3-2. I think Salah's going to get 2. Greenwood will get 2, and I think Rashford's going to get 1. Greenwood's been on smoke lately. Trent still looks like, I don't know what Trent's looking like. Trent's looking shaky at the moment. The guy, I'm not big. Last season Trent was superb, but I think the way Liverpool having problems right now. But look, Man City's squad has evolved from what it was 2 years ago. Your squad has not evolved. The same squad that played in the Champions League, almost the same 11 players you are playing today. Our squad, the same players that we played last season, is way different now. Like, obviously, on the left-hand side, we've got left back, we've got Telles and Luke Shaw as our options. Or on the left-hand side, we can go Rashford or Daniel James. Yeah, in the number 10, we've only got Bruno Fernandes, but he isn't really injured. But the problems you're having is that your team has not changed. It hasn't changed. And you're not going to... Klopp thinks that if you keep your team the same, just because you've won a Champions League, a Premier League, he thinks they can do it again. The best teams normally win the competition, but I think your team's not performing because it's the same, and it's the same team that it was 2 years ago.
Honest, they're very good point.
Some very good points, you know. Some facts there.
How old are you, bro, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 13.
Oh, big up yourself, man.
Big up yourself, man. Very knowledgeable. You know your stuff. Say again?
Can I shout out my channel, please?
Of course you can, bro.
Yeah, go.
Thank you. My channel is GGMUTV. I got Flex United on a few days ago. Thank you a lot for letting me come on, by the way.
Pleasure, bro.
Nah, big up yourself, bro. And keep up the channel work as well, man. I'll have a look still, see what you do, man.
Yep.
You might not get many followers from here because it's a Liverpool channel, but I will still say, go and support him. Look, I'll be honest with you. 13 years old, at the age of 13, I wouldn't have been able to go on a platform like this and express myself as well as you have. So you're doing brilliant, man, and keep doing it. You're making everyone proud of you, man.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Big up, man.
And James Redmond, I'm coming for you. And that's how.
Big up, bro.
Well, obviously, we're in contact, so I'll keep up to date with you and we'll do some stuff, man.
Thank you so much for coming on. You made me Liverpool. You're so nice. Thanks.
Oh, bless you, brother.
Bless you, bro. Thank you, bro. Take care.
Bye.
See you later.
Take care, man.
Wait, how am I supposed to leave? Oh, no, there.
My G. Gee. Do you know what? Yeah, I'll say this. He was. Do you know what?
He said everything. He couldn't say. We couldn't argue with him.
I couldn't even argue. Do you know why? When he especially spoke about, obviously, since the 18-19, our squad is genuinely the same. He made a very valid point because really and truly, other than Thiago and Jota, yeah, who really has come in to ruffle feathers in our starting 11?
But I'm gonna be real with you. You see, when I saw him on the screen, I was thinking, I'm gonna give him the uncle treatment. I'm gonna wait for him to say something wrong, and then I'm gonna jump on him, innit?
He can't. He's speaking facts.
Everything he said was spot on. Everything he said was spot on.
Only Thiago and Jota are the only two players that have actually come in and kind of like changed the landscape of team selection or maybe how we play. But he's right. What have we done to refresh the squad? We've actually done nothing. But we know.
To be honest, I think one of the main problems is because of all the injuries, we weren't able to slowly implement what Klopp wanted to do. Because we have to be honest, even though we haven't done as much as we should have, if we'd have had our fully fit team, I think the little changes that Klopp made bringing in Thiago would have slowly started the evolution of what he wanted to do, and we would have still been at the top. But everything has made it like catastrophically fall down. Yeah. And it's, do you get what I mean? Because if you put Fab and Thiago in midfield and Van Dijk and Gomez are fit all season and we're playing way better, and then you've got Hendo and you've got whatever, I think we probably would have scored more goals. It sounds stupid, but I think we would have scored more goals. And then maybe Klopp had a plan to like bring another piece in this summer that he may have to rethink now because of what's happened this year. Do you get what I mean? So I think Klopp kind of wanted to do it. But like at the same time, he does make good points that like 2 players in 2 years being the only difference, it's not good enough, is it?
100%. It's not. It's not.
No,
he hits it 100%.
And you know what? Yeah, shout out to his channel, man. People, go and support him, man. As I said, 13 years old.
Trust me.
It's not easy doing YouTube. But to be 13 and doing it, it takes balls, man. So please go and support him.
Definitely.
Even though he's a Man United fan, go and support him, man. We've got to support our future.
Trust me.
Zuberi says, I'm waiting for Leicester to fall so Lee Chappie Vardy can become the next Liverpool league. I'll be honest, Lee Chappie's in deep with Leicester. If we can secure Lee Chappie to a contract,
then it's a different.
He should be working for the club. Yeah, we should be working for the club.
Yeah, for real.
I'll be honest with you, to make you all aware in the comments and everyone watching, Turkish is our next target. We've been scouting him for a long time. He's the man we want. He's our navigator, innit? We put the money down. We left him on loan at Arsenal for a year. This summer we want to bring him in, innit? We want to build a team around Turkish. So Turkish is next.
For real.
Next caller. JK 1892. JK. Joe.
Yo, what's good? It's been a while since I've been on.
I know, too long. How you been, man?
Yeah, not bad. Obviously, I'm keeping with the post-match reviews, even though it's getting more depressing by the week. I can't lie.
I'm telling you, bro.
The hell has happened this season? It's been abysmal. I just can't believe it. But yeah, no, I was just gonna say, it's the caller that was speaking about the squad. It's just absolute facts. I mean, the sell to buy model is so unsustainable. We're going to be out competed by Chelsea and City and United with their money. I mean, it's just the logical pathway. They have more money to invest, and they're going to buy the top quality players. And obviously, with them being in the Champions League, it gives them, these players, an incentive to go to these clubs. So it is unsustainable, and it's got to change. And like, the budget is so difficult. Like, every transfer window, we're always going to have to set out a pathway of, oh my gosh, if we sell him for 25 million, get 40 million for him, 15 million for him, 60 million for him, oh yes, then we're going to have enough money to buy X, Y, Z. I mean, it's just it's such an effort. But yeah, so I also just want to quickly say, this idea that often goes around about Liverpool fans or Liverpool not necessarily caring about the FA Cup or Carabao Cup, to me, it's a myth. It doesn't exist. The reason why we haven't done so well is, as you guys alluded to, we've never had the squad for it. But also, let's look at who we've played. Last year in the Carabao Cup, we obviously didn't even get to play the Carabao Cup because we had the World Cup. The year before that, World Club Cup, the year before that, we got knocked out by Chelsea. Is that not fair enough?
Yeah.
It probably is. True. I believe the year before that, we got knocked out by Leicester. Is that not fair enough? Probably is. Let's look at the FA Cup. This year we got knocked out by United away in the fourth round, of course, because we get Premier League fixtures all the time in the FA Cup. The year before that, we got knocked out by Chelsea away. Year before that was 18-19. Who did we lose to? 18-19 FA Cup. Wolves away. It was Wolves away.
Yes, it was. Kiana Hova played that game.
I mean, so like, obviously, I'd rather not be saying this, but it just gives a logical explanation as to why we haven't been doing so well in the cups. Which leads me to my next question. I've got a couple questions quickly, if you've got the time for it. Number one, what would you consider an acceptable season next season? That's my first question. And number two, should we potentially think about maybe using a 3 at the back system next season in certain games, just being a bit more tactically flexible? Because we've seen it this season. We've been so tactically inflexible. It's just unbelievable. So those are my two questions. I've got one more if I could potentially sneak it in.
Yeah, go on. Your two questions were good. They bought you another 10 seconds. Go.
Okay, I rate that. If we're in the Europa League, when we're in the Europa League, my apologies. Does it make sense to keep our squad players like Oxlade-Chamberlain, like Origi, Shaqiri, Naby? I don't want to put Naby in the squad player category. I know it's a sensitive topic, but my reason why is because obviously we're in the Europa League. We don't want Salah, Mane, Van Dijk, Henderson, Fabinho playing on Thursday nights on the crappy pitches, getting injured. We need to keep our squad players. And with FSG, who knows who we're going to buy or what we're going to buy and how many we're going to buy. So like, I'm just saying, maybe we should just keep hold of them when we're going to be in the Europa League. Maybe if we can get different squad players in, that's another question. So yeah, those are my points.
No, good points, man.
Great questions, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a pleasure being on. Obviously, great to have Liverpool Lee with us in the fan base. What a legend! So funny. But yeah.
No, big up, man. We chop that up now, bro.
Yeah.
And
Thank
big
you,
up
bro.
for doing the viewers reviews as well, bro.
Indeed.
Of course.
Appreciate that, man.
You guys.
Nice one, bro.
Bye.
Peace.
Take care, bro. Some great questions.
They were,
You know,
bro.
I think we take one each.
Okay.
Yeah,
which one do you want? So there was what's an acceptable season, 3 at the back and squad players.
I'll
Which
go
one?
3 at the back.
I'll take the squad players.
No, you man left me nothing. Yeah. all the favorite color jelly babies you lot wanted first, and just left me with yellow and black.
And that depends, bro. Some people don't like the yellow, but they don't realize it's actually pineapple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
For real?
I'll go first then.
Go.
Expect Limited Liverpool Lee should get an extra minute every week. Comedy Gold, he does get an extra minute every week. To be fair. He does. I'm just being real with you lot.
Facts.
All right, my minute starts now. Acceptable season for next season. It's a hard question because it looks like we're going to be in Europa. But if we're in Europa, top 4 would be acceptable. If we're not in Europa and we're not in the conference, let's say we're not in any European competition, then we should, in my opinion, be mounting a title challenge. There's no excuse then not to mount a title challenge because you've got more time in between games. And even if the squad's not massive, you should still have enough in the squad to navigate 1 game a week for most weeks of the season, while others will be playing 2. So for me, it depends on where we finish, but top 4, absolute minimum.
Oh, how the mighty are falling, boy. Jeez.
I know. Who wants next?
We turned it to Arsenal.
I don't mind.
I'll go on and drift. Your minute starts now.
I agree that we definitely don't want to be playing the big boys in that competition in the group stage. Obviously, when you get to like the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, you start bringing the big boys. It's the European Carabao Cup, and so you move like how you would in that tournament. So I kind of agree that we do need to keep some of these squad players around. The only problem is Shaqiri and Ox and Naby are never fit. So if you actually do need players who are going to play week after week on them Thursdays and be able to get on and off the aeroplane, it is time to actually change who those squad players are. But we definitely need a proper squad next year.
Yeah. Cool. And Matt, your minute starts now.
When it comes to 3 at the back, I've always said that. Like, here's the thing: if we've got defenders that are fit, I think that's a formation that we should explore. I know we've had conversations in the past where we kind of said, 3 at the back. I think I've necessarily spoke to you. I think it's you, Drift. You've always said, like, it shows weaknesses and whatever. But there are teams out there that can play 3 at the back and they play it very well. Chelsea can do it, and sometimes I don't feel like it's because they've got crap centre back. I think it's just because that formation works well for them. If a fully fit Virgil van Dijk next to a Gomez, next to a Kanate, if he comes in, that could work. It all depends on fitness. If you can play that there, and then you got Trent,
a lot of pace in the back. Still.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Man,
this is what I'm saying. And you got Trent, and you got Robbo as the wing backs. Then you got Fabinho and Thiago in the middle, or Fabinho and Henderson. The rotations there, and then you got the front three.
Looking at me right now.
I'm just saying, playing 3 at the back, bro, we could dominate games even more. I've seen Man City do it as well. And I'll tell you what, Cal ate into my minutes there, like to say I didn't see that, yeah? So I'm going to give myself an extra... Yeah, of course I did. I'm going to give myself an extra 5 seconds. 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 should definitely be a formation we should look out for next season.
We're done. Even though he wrote me a check. We're done!
Cal just ate into my thing, but it's cool though. I know it was Drift. Just thought it was slick. What sipping a drink? And like no one's gonna notice it was you, fam. Come on now.
This brother's moving like Clint Eastwood, bro.
Come on now. But 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, I think is a formation we should definitely.
I feel like 3 at the back's a waste of a player.
No, it's not, bro. I'm telling you.
Do you know what? We do a members video on that.
Yeah. We'll do. We'll deep it.
There'll be a lot of arguing in that video.
No, that's why they love us, though.
For real. So I'm not plugging it, but if you become a member, you want to see that video, you better go check it out. Become a member, people.
Indeed.
The back is like a flip-flop summer with no pedicure. It's not on.
No.
I'm gonna break down 3-5-2 in that video because I've got a very so many different philosophies on
Bro,
3-5-2.
I'm telling you, see three at the back here. People understand. Do you know how powerful three at the back can be? Bro, it's a mad.
If it's played right with the right
if it's played right with the right personnel, you can.
Zuberi, Turkish is a good signing still. I saw Lee Vardy with the visuals on screen. If Turkish is Naby, Lee is Harry Kane. Get him, no FSG team. Slyros 1, FSG make the fans think like accountants nowadays. Slyros 1, facts. Sharif, off topic. Who will win in a fight? Equalizer, Denzel Washington or John Wick? Oh,
Denzel's my guy, but you see, John Wick is.
That is tough, you know.
Denzel's my guy, you know.
John Wick put someone in an armbar and then shot him at close range, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And not only that,
but Equalizer's got like bullet time. He can actually slow down the whole thing.
Let me put this to you.
Oh, that's a mad. I might even watch both films tomorrow. You know,
with John Wick. Let me say it like this, yeah. With John Wick, all they did was kill his dog. That's all they did. Could you imagine?
I've got a dog, bro.
I know. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Shout out to all the animal lovers.
He went on a killing spree, though.
Bro, he went on like you tried to kill like his son or something. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Animals, are close to humans, yeah. But he went like that with the dog, bro. Could you imagine if it was like his son or his daughter?
No, all right, fair enough. But let me tell you this.
I think Keanu Reeves is getting a script.
Equalizer was having coffee and just saw a woman upset and went off. You just saw her upset.
That's true.
She just had makeup like she'd been crying, bro, and he went off, bro. So
John Wick,
I'm just saying, bro.
Shall I tell you why I picked John Wick? John Wick, if I'm not mistaken, I think
Denzel said, you okay? You okay? No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking her. You okay?
Bro,
okay.
You see John Wick, yeah?
Equalizer Denzel or Book of Eli Denzel?
Oh, you can't do that. You know why? I'll pick a Book of Eli. I don't care. I'll pick a Book of Eli.
He had heightened senses, innit? Because he was blind.
Bro. Because he's blind.
The memory bank was mad. Man, remember the whole Bible, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Braille.
Testament, bro.
Man just said Braille. Man just went like this and memorized everything. Sorry, that's on a different thing.
Man had the glasses on and went like this, you know. In the beginning, there was Adam and Eve, and I was like, what?
It's different. It's different. But you know what? You see John Wick,
I'm after both of them films, man.
Yeah. You see John Wick, though. Wasn't it? Is it the second or third one where he got dashed out of a... Like, remember the building where he fell, like, from far?
I was going to say, the only difference is John Wick don't die.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. John Wick kind of...
don't die, innit?
John Wick looked like he moving different. I don't know.
And you know what? I love John Wick, don't get me wrong. But I think the stiffness of John Wick kind of means I'm leaning to Denzel. Yeah, he's stiffer than Denzel with the hand-to-hand combat.
No, are you crazy? No.
You know, in real life, man got a black belt for the training of the John
Wick. No, I hear that, but he's just a little bit stiffer than Denzel. Denzel's got a bit more of that, like...
All right, let me put it into perspective, in real perspective. If there was to fight in real life, I don't want to see it. I never want to see it.
Wick's tearing him up still.
Keanu Reeves is tearing him up, bro.
No weapon.
Differently.
Keanu's tearing him up still.
He's tearing him up
Denzel's an older man. He's an older man.
Yeah, he's older as well. He's older. Bro, Keanu Reeves does this team for real.
Tyron Woodley. We've seen it. We've
my
seen
ribs.
it, man.
My ribs.
We've seen it.
Yeah, Denzel.
John Jones against Shogun. We've seen it.
I don't know. I'm just going with Denzel, but it's close because John Wick's my guy still.
Do you know what someone said? And I don't know if I agree with this. Denzel is better with guns, bro. John Wick with guns. Listen, Denzel's my guy. He's always been my guy, but John Wick with guns, you know. Oh my days. It's
I'm gonna have to watch them back, you know.
I need to watch it again. I need to go back and watch it again.
No, I need to watch 1 and 2 for both still.
Yeah. You know, Denzel's the guy though.
I might even sneak Stevie and let Stevie watch it if
you know what? You lot saying a man saying that Denzel got a 5th degree black belt for I'm just saying.
For what discipline?
for being the
No.
equalizer.
Do you know I love Denzel? From back in the day of training day. If you know, you know. See, training day. Listen, I won't even say the lines. I'm just gonna do this.
Man like this, you know.
Denzel's the guy. Bro was just like.
You know, Training Day is the only film in my whole life I've ever watched and then watched straight away again. Like literally just press play and just
Training Day it's just different.
That's PCP, angel dust.
But let's not sleep on Matrix.
Feeling wet.
Let's not sleep on Matrix, though. Let's not sleep on Matrix 1, though. Because everyone was blown away by that as well. Everyone was blown away by Matrix 1. Let's not sleep on that either. You know what I'm saying?
Well, man's pulling for the Keanu Reeves catalogue, isn't it?
No, I'm just saying.
Both of them are legends.
Training
you're going to
Day.
be telling me flipping Bill and Ted over flipping what's Austin Powers?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Bro, I just put out Training Day first.
No, but I'm saying it sounds like you are a bit of a Keanu Reeves fan still.
No, I'm just saying. I said Training Day, then I said Matrix. Both of them are different.
They're my guys. Himanshu, another one, Agent 47 or Sam Fisher.
What? I don't think I've seen Agent 47. What's Agent 47?
Is that Hitman?
Oh, it might be.
Like
is that the one with the what's his name? I can't remember the actor's name.
I can't remember him either.
I don't think I've seen. Have I seen Sam Fisher?
Yeah, it's Hitman. Himanshu said, I don't know what's Sam Fisher, but Goodfellas.
You what, sir?
Sam Fisher and Goodfellas? Hitman was a problem. I know that much. Sam Fisher was Splinter Cell. I've not watched Splinter Cell.
Yeah, unless he's talking about the computer game, and I haven't played the computer game either.
Aye, here's a shout. Ben Banks, the transporter. Statham's my guy still.
Hey, Statham. Hey, can't rap with Statham.
Yeah,
you know?
Statham's my guy still. All right, next caller. Our brother.
Right, say hello. So quickly, say hello, uncles.
Hello, uncles.
Hello,
King. Yo, man.
And then just say good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
And I say see you soon. And we're gonna beat Man United, yeah.
Beat Man United.
Who's scoring, Salah or Mane? Mane.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay then. Is Mane gonna score?
Yeah.
Chee! All right then. We know what time it is. He's saying Mane gonna score, so it is what it is.
Let's hope so.
It is what it is. But yeah, people.
If Mane scores,
let me just put a little man thingy, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Cool, bro. Yeah, man.
Say bye, everyone.
Bye.
So everyone in the chat, bless. Bless. Peace out. We move. Say we move. We move.
Ram, can you hear us?
Yeah, man. It's all
yes,
good.
Brother.
That's a cute kid, bro. That's a cute kid.
Yeah, he's lovely still.
Hey, how you guys doing, man? How's everyone?
Good, man.
Better, bro.
Could be better.
I'll tell you this, right? I've got some opinions about Denzel and his Oscar-winning performance in Training Day. You ain't gonna like it. It's best that I don't say.
I don't know if you want to lose subscribers, but
yeah. Message me privately and I'll vet it.
Yeah. We'll keep it there. But yo, big respect, Denzel. He's my guy. I love him as an actor. You know what I mean? He's
one of the best ever.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I got quite a few questions for you guys. Yeah,
go for it. I'm gonna start your 2 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, brother.
Yeah. So on the Marlon thing, just want to quickly say, I think it'd be a good option. You know, as a backup, like. If we are going to plan on getting rid of Origi, which he's not being played a lot, it might be a good option. Like, he's versatile. He can play on the wings. He has the pace to play on the wings. He's a little bit skillful. He can get past man. And he's all right at finishing. So if you take him as a backup striker, but we're getting a better striker on top of him. It'll be a good signing. I've asked you guys. I've asked Callum about Florian Neuhaus, like the Borussia Mönchengladbach midfielder, and he's told me your thoughts or his thought. Callum told me his thoughts on the guy. I want Matt and Drifty to give me their thoughts on him because I think he's a very good technical player, but I think we need something different. I'm more of a number 10 goal scorer, like a, I want to say his name, but someone like a Coutinho. And my final question is: people talk about Paul Scholes and like how there's not many like him. And my question to you guys is: can you name someone that was like Steven Gerrard? Because I honestly, I can only name a few. And on top of that, on the Stevie question, do you think his talent didn't warrant the amount of trophies that he won? And if you're going to compare him to a player that was successful, who would it be?
Oh, you know what, Ram? Obviously, I know that the 2 minutes is up, but just quickly,
no, he's not. He's still got time.
No, anyway, who are the players, in your opinion, that are similar to Stevie?
So my personal players, I think there's only one player, and that's Lothar Matthäus.
Oh,
and I think he's the greatest ever midfielder to play the game.
That's
a
shout, for me,
I would have put Hullet, but Hullet's not a midfielder; he's a striker. But that's my dad's day, so he doesn't. Nah, I haven't seen him play.
Current players, the only player I see with a similarity to Gerrard is Kevin De Bruyne.
But it could be past players as well. It could be past players.
Matthäus is a shout.
The Matthäus is definitely a shout, but if I'm being completely honest with you, I actually think he's a complete anomaly. I don't think any player ever has been like Gerrard. I just don't. I've never seen a player who can actually play every single position on the pitch apart from a goalkeeper. I've never seen that before. And I genuinely believe, even though obviously we know where Stevie was best, he could actually play any position on the pitch. Any position. Even in today's day and age, I think he could have been a left sided wing forward. Or do you got I feel like he could have played any position you needed.
That's my mindset on Matthäus, because Matthäus could play anywhere. He played as a centre back, he played as a sweeper, he played as a right back, he played as a midfielder. He sometimes
could he
played
play as a wing
well.
forward though, bro? I don't think he could have though.
Yaya's a shout. Sorry, from Tariq Joseph. Yaya Toure is a shout.
Yaya is probably a good shout for real. Yeah, Yaya. I don't think Kevin De Bruyne can defend well enough to be comparable. That's the only reason.
I hear that.
You get what I mean? Like that. Yeah, I mean, like
again with Yaya, I think it's defensively. I don't think he'll be as good as a right back as Stevie.
No,
Stevie
he wouldn't. He
wouldn't. But he could defend. I think people underrate Yaya's defense.
Yeah, he could defend. Like if you ask him to put in the press, he'll press. He'll press well. But if you ask him to do a defensive job, I don't think he can do it at the same level as Stevie or Matthäus.
Somebody quite similar.
Balak.
Somebody quite similar, but he just didn't have goal scoring. Javier Zanetti. He was ridiculously versatile, talented.
He was.
He didn't have the shooting capability of Gerrard, though. That's the only thing.
Agreed. But in terms of versatility, he's up there, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Left back,
100%.
right back, holding
Even
man.
Lahm. What about Lahm?
No, but Lahm didn't have the attacking.
Yeah, he couldn't play.
He didn't.
I just jumped in. I didn't hear the whole question, obviously. So sorry, but I just heard
the most comparable player, if any, to Steven Gerrard.
Oh, to Gerrard. Do you know what? I would still put Lahm in there, but obviously from an offensive point, Lahm didn't have that output. But in terms of playing right back, left back, centre mid, Lahm could do those things. But I just think with Gerrard is an anomaly because Gerrard was very devastating, especially when he was in that centre midfield role. Whereas I feel like other players, I don't know. But then again, Lahm playing left or right back was devastating from a defensive point, but couldn't match it from an offensive point. So you can look at it like that. But I think Lahm, you're talking about like someone who's tactically flexible, Lahm has to go in that conversation. Don't sleep on Philip Lahm, you know.
Someone in the comments said Schweini. I love Schweini. I think
Yeah.
Schweini was a great player, but
Nah,
for
not
me,
to-
it
not
would
to
you
Gerrard.
would rank him Mateus, then Gerrard, then a couple of tiers down to Schweini. Like,
Yeah.
that's how it is, you know. Like, but that's my thing, because I hear the Scholes debate. People say name me someone like Scholes, and I'm here like name me someone like Gerrard, and I
Yeah.
can't think of anyone other than Mateus.
What
Honestly,
about
I'm
what about
Ballack.
Clarence?
I'm Ballack.
Oh, don't sleep on Clarence Seedorf as well, you know. Clarence, man, like Clarence. I
Seedorf's
know.
a shout.
Hey, that's a
You see,
shout.
Seedorf.
That's a shout.
Seedorf was
No,
different.
that's
Only
a
thing
shout.
is,
He didn't
no,
have
do
to
you know what?
finish with Stevie though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But in terms of like doing everything, Clarence could, dare I say it, you could play Clarence at right back in here. I think I would trust him to be fine. I wouldn't be sitting there going, "Oh my days, Clarence at right back, they're gonna target him." Trust me, Seedorf was different.
Yeah,
Still is, bro.
Different.
Still is.
Arguably
Different.
the most underrated footballer of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Man,
Well,
like
Rams are gonna
Clarence.
go and chop up the rest of your questions, bro.
Yeah,
Great
sorry
ones again.
guys, it's gonna be a busy night for you. I'm sorry.
Nah, always a pleasure, my bro.
Big
up,
big
man.
up.
Big up.
See you
Big
guys
up, man.
And you know what?
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Demo. You said it for me, bro. I don't even want to start arguing with people, but he weren't as talented. But in terms of the versatility,
Yeah.
Captain Superb is not a bad shout. Not a bad shout in terms of his versatility. Not
Who?
a bad shout at all.
I don't think Henderson could be in the conversation with them other ones as a player though. As a captain,
No,
as a leader.
not as an overall player. No, I agree with that.
I think
But if you want to talk about
that's what I was
like,
gonna say.
you lot might think I've got a Hendo loving. I probably do. But in my opinion, I feel like there's no position on the pitch where Henderson won't be good enough, even if it's effort-wise, that you would trust him to try and do a job for one game if he was put in that
He's
position.
playing centre back, so you got a point. Listen, if he
But you got to remember, he was
and
a
he's
right
played-
midfielder, you know, when he was
And
at
he's played
Sunderland.
right
So
back.
he
He's played
played
right
Yeah.
back for us as well.
Yeah, no,
Right
yes.
back.
No, you're right.
Like,
He's there.
if you're
He's there,
talking
you know.
about
All jokes
versatility,
aside.
you know, Hendo, if you're talking about versatility, no joke, like Henderson is a beast. Like,
Yeah.
real talk. So
No, that's a valid point still.
Ramsey's first question was about Nehu, so he knows my opinion, but just quickly, just share it. I rate Nehu's. I think his quality.
Same. I'll just quickly say, because I didn't hear the whole thing. I'll just say I rate Nehu's quality, technical magician in my opinion. And when you press him, it's long because he can get out the press easy. Like, I'm not gonna front. And I know it's Germany, but I've just seen. You know when someone's got that swagger. You know when that it's the confidence. I think the confidence to go along with the swagger. Knowing you're being pressed and you still feel like you can get out of that situation, I like that. And there's not many players that can do that. Another player I'll say that can do that on a madness, even though it can be a bit gung-ho, is Verratti. For me, Verratti is one of the best players in world football when he's being pressed, especially in his own half. That brother there don't care. I've seen Verratti spin man in his own box. I'm like, what are you doing? And he still gets out of it. I'm like, because he believes in himself. And sometimes that could be detriment. But if you see Verratti, certain man like that, their man are different. So yeah,
I rate him. I do rate him, to piggyback off what you lot are saying. But I feel like if we're not going to buy an attacking midfielder, I would want Basuma to be the midfielder that we bought. That's the only thing I'll say. But I piggyback what you lot are talking about in terms of his quality. He's good, man.
Yeah.
Back onto Marlon. So Rams asked if would Marlon be a good squad player if we were to get another top striker? Would you be happy with Marlon?
Yes, 100%. If we, let's say, for example, just quickly, we've got Harry Kane or whoever, I don't know, Harry Kane or whatever, and we got him as a backup, 100%, bro. There's no complaints.
The only thing I will say on that, though, I think it's a massive risk to buy two strikers in one summer. In terms of both of them having to try and settle at the same time, and how do you get them the game time? And if neither of them settle, you're really like, oh shit, what do we do kind of thing.
Well,
I feel like it's quite a big risk to get two strikers at the same time.
Last time we done that was Carroll and Suarez. Only one succeeded, fair play, and that was Suarez. And that is, you know what I mean? That is normally the nature of the beast. One always does better than the other. But dare I say it, if Andy Carroll doesn't get injured and we played more to his strengths, like as that team, maybe we would have got a bit more out of Carroll, even though I still think Suarez was always going to be the better player. It's just the fact that we learned over the time he was there, he don't fit the system. And Suarez was just all worldly. So we kind of was just like, okay, we'll just put Andy Carroll to the side and just focus on Suarez. I think that's kind of what happened in my opinion anyway.
Facts.
Injuries
And
though, as well.
then Ramsey's last question was, do you think Gerrard's talent deserved more trophies? And yes.
Yeah, that goes
100%.
without saying. Goes without saying. He should have won the Prem. And
Probably the most unlucky player that we've had in our squad. Over the years.
listen,
He came close 3 times. It's such a jar that he came that close 3 times, man.
Listen, no disrespect to any midfielder that has played under Jurgen Klopp. If you take any one of our midfielders out right now with Steven Gerrard, we win the Prem.
Gosh.
It's that simple. And that's no disrespect. No disrespect. If you take out Henderson
Gerrard in this team right now, goodness.
Prime Gerrard for Henderson, I'm sorry, there's not a debate. Prime Henderson for KR, there's no debate. Prime Gerrard for anybody, sorry, there's no debate. There's none. Other than, do you know what? Dare I say, I know Thiago, see, they're different players, but I would still want Gerrard over Thiago. Me personally.
The midfield would be Fabinho, Thiago, and Gerrard.
Yeah.
Done.
Bro,
it is
Gerrard,
done.
Prime Stevie, I'm sorry. Could you imagine what Prime Stevie... Listen, can you imagine what Prime Stevie does to KDB? You see how people talk about KDB because they didn't necessarily know about Steven Gerrard from back in the day. Go watch the tapes if you don't know about old school.
You know, even though I don't disagree with you, lot, it was Alonso, Mascherano, and Gerrard, and we still didn't win the Prem, you know.
Bro, no, but look at the rest. Look at the squad and the rest of the team.
Not first. Our first level was great.
Fair enough.
Remember Torres in the 08-09 season, we should have won a league. Remember how many games Torres missed?
Yeah. We should have. No, we should have kept Robbie Keane. That's what we should have.
We were playing Engog, whatever his name.
David Ngo.
But Benitez's whole Liverpool kind of legacy is that he sold Robbie Keane. If Robbie Keane scores enough goals to win us the league that year, if we didn't shot him in January, 100%. You already had 10 goals up at that point.
Yeah.
So,
all right, next caller, Jamal. You're on mute, bro. There we go.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, brother.
Bro.
Yeah.
Looking forward to your call, bro.
Nice.
What you got for us this week?
Jamal's always got something. You got something.
Yeah, before you start my 2 minutes, guys, I'm going to say something about Marlon. And over here in Trinidad, they show a lot of the EVCA. And I watch Merlin a lot. And guys, you might think I'm gassing it, but this guy reminds me so much of Daniel Sturridge.
Wow.
The way he plays, it so reminds me of Sturridge. And he's not the best finisher. I'll give you that. He's not clinical, but he will still be the best finisher at our club. He's a better finisher than Jota, Salah, and Mane. He's Marlon, he's like, give him 2 chances, he scores 1. That's Marlon. He's not a 1 goal, 1 shot, 1 goal player, but he's a 2-in-1 striker. But the guy is cold, man. And take it from me, guys, he's quality. So if we get Merlin, I still want, a Haaland or Mbappe. But guys, let's be real, I don't think FSC is going to do that. So guys, I'm just saying if Marlon comes, give him a chance because he's cool, man. He's cool. But yeah, you can start my 2 minutes now.
Cool.
Thank you, bro. Go for it.
Yeah. So what I want to say, all right, I always have these games. So the same game as last week. So this week, we're doing Premier League strikers. So Callum this week you get Van Persie.
Okay.
Drifty gets Trumper.
Yeah.
Drifty gets Trumper, and Matt gets Van Nistelrooy. And I have forfeits from all of you guys. So if Drifty lost, Drifty have to say Origi's dead food, fam. Just like that. You have to say Origi's dead food, fam. Matt, if you lost, you have to say what's the young defender from Leicester, Fofana?
Mm-hmm.
That's his name, Fofana, the young centre from Leicester.
Yeah, Fofana, yeah, that's him, yeah.
If you lose, my guy, you have to say cock is clear.
Who's clear? Who? Cabba. Oh Lord. Oh boy. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
And
what's
Callum,
mine?
if you lose, my bro, you have to say that how Dejan Lovren, if he was still here, he would have been our best centre back this season.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, man. So that's all you guys think. This is mud. Yeah, man.
Excellent. All right, so just
yeah,
confirm. I've
guess-
got Robin Van
yeah.
Persie. 50's got Drogba, and Matt's got Van Nistelrooy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cool. And let the comments decide.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
guys, big up. Always
Bless
good.
up, bro. Every time.
All right, guys. I went last last week. So can I go first this time? Yeah.
Yeah, go on. I'll go second.
Bro.
Do your
Alright,
thing,
cool.
though.
Let's start my minute now.
Yeah, go on.
I'll put full screen as well. Go. Where do I start, guys? RVP came from Feyenoord. Techie as anything. Left foot like a wand. Harry Potter. That's what we call him. Harry Potter. Do you remember some of the goals he scored for Arsenal? Just cutting in from the right wing. Slap. Easy. Remember the one against Chart where it's in the air and he volleys it at a half angle, like he's doing Kung Fu Kid. Easy work. Then he says, you know what? I'm done with this Arsenal stuff. I'm done with not winning anything. Fergie calls and says, I need to secure the title for Man City. Cool, I'll do it. I'm Robin Van Persie. I don't need to walk out on my teammates on the last game of the season. I'm not rude like that. I don't need to dive around and flop about. I'm not droggy like that. You see me? I do it for club. I do it for country. I'm the man. Diving headers. See you lot later. All right, guys. Who's next?
I am. Let's move. I'm second, innit? All right. Who? Do you want to go next, Riff?
Yeah, you got.
Do you go next?
I'll go next. All
right. If your minute starts now.
First of all, do you really want a guy who can't score from outside the box, and you want a guy who's a snake? I just want to put that out there. Drogba. Who do you know that can pull up a bald head and a Jerry Slickback ponytail? Master of all. When you talk about clutch, there's no one else in the league that I can think of, bar one or two players, that if you're in a big game and you need that big moment to drop to that player, you would want it to drop to anyone more than Didier Drogba. Power, strength, skill. Remember the Marseille Drogba? It wasn't just about like what he could do, you know what I mean, in the box. It was also about dribbling, power, pace. He had it all. He literally was probably the most well-rounded striker other than maybe Henry, and he was better at headering, so maybe that was his equalizer. Absolute beast. Only shame he played for Chelsea.
And last but not least, Matt. Your time starts now.
Let me get this straight. Man called me Ruud van Nistelrooy. That's right. I don't play because I don't use no toys. Yeah? 250 appearances. I think it's 150 goals. That's a mazza. Not even Thierry Henry can talk to that resume. Oi, all you wrestling fans, you know when Vince McMahon said one chance, that's all you got? Ruud van Nistelrooy says one chance, that's all I need. I'm out here, done. Don't need no more time.
That was a good one still. That was a good one.
Guys, in the comments, if you pick anyone other than Drogba, it's a disgrace!
Ruud van Nistelrooy, 150, I think it's 150 Prem goals, I think it is, or something like that. Mazza, bro. Listen, his goal scoring record is different compared to everyone else. That's what I'm saying. All right,
we need your votes, guys. Who is the loser? Who is the loser? Who has to do the forfeit?
Yeah,
so while you guys put that in the comments, we're going to bring our next caller. Tell us who's the loser, not who's the winner, who's the loser. Someone's got a forfeit.
Yeah, that's true. Who's the loser? So I know they're saying Matt won. You know what I'm just saying.
One person said Matt won.
I've seen two for Drifty still.
Listen, I haven't seen my name come up saying I've lost, bro. I haven't seen my name come up. Have you?
Riff, this is going to be a bad one for you.
I haven't seen my name come up once, bro. I didn't even 30 seconds.
My name's come up, Drift again.
If I'm being honest again, there's an agenda here, but it's fine.
There's no agenda, bro. What? Why has there got to be an agenda? People could easily say that, Matt lost because Matt. Bro, all I needed was about 25 seconds, bro.
I'm joking.
Come on now.
It's fine.
Oh! It's starting to the balance is.
Oh, I see Cal. Oh, I see Matt now.
Yeah.
I see two for Matt. Even though that's far down the list. I've seen how many of you, man. Yep, there we go. Back to normality.
No, the same people are putting my name in. The same people are putting my name in.
Bro, I've only seen my name about twice.
I think people are just doing this for purpose.
I've seen yours and Drift's name about how many times?
All right, between me and Drift. All right, we're gonna continue to run it on the next call up, but it's between me and Drift as things stand. Just to note, Guy Fawkes has put my name 3 times, so that's just one. Or you lot try and do a mazza. You lot are doing me dirty, man. I swear you lot are just doing this on purpose. Yo, we're gonna go to the caller. Manny, can you hear us, bro?
Yo, what's going on, you man?
Yes, Manny, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, all good, man. I'm going in hard like I take in the blue pill, that chipmunk bar. So you man, be prepared, innit? I don't even have any questions for you. I'm just gonna read what I've written, and I'm just gonna freestyle it.
2 minutes of bars, yeah.
Yeah. So let me know when to start.
Whenever you're ready, bro. You let me know.
Cool. So first of all, Max, stop that shameless behavior with plugging Cater. Take the L, man. He's done out here, innit? Like you're plugging him with Lovren, innit? Like, come on, just stop that. Like shameless behavior. Take the L. Cater's done out here. Against Newcastle on Saturday, I'm going into drifty mode here, bruv. That front four, what they did was borderline disrespectful. I actually took it to heart, the way these men were missing chances. It was actually very, very disrespectful. Like, those 4 men there should be fined like 4 weeks' wages for what they did. They were missing chances, and they're missing chances and smiling like it's funny. Like, they've been doing this for the last 3 years. Bobby, Mane, and Salah, missing chances and smiling. We all have these frustration that we want a killer. We want someone that gets mad when they just get a brace. We want a killer in there. Bruv, what I saw against Newcastle, that pissed me off. I don't think I'm watching football again this season. I don't know if you lot clocked, but Genie in a double pivot is dead. For you to play in a double pivot, you need to have that passing range. And Thiago was just sensational that day, innit? Bobby, just remembered the Drifty's comment. When the guy shoots, it's like he's got a pillow in his sock, fam. Like he just can't. Bro, like I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's just a mad thing, innit? And then, I feel we should have you man should have like a FSG in and FSG out kind of show, innit? And
we are in the summer. We're doing that.
And I feel like Cal, I think we need to be careful what kind of rhetoric we're actually putting out on platforms. I feel like people actually need to educate themselves in it and actually watch. There's material on Football Terrace, I don't know if you've seen it, where they discuss Liverpool's finances. One of your guys just said, we've been conditioned to think like accountants, but I feel like we should be using our brains. I'm not an FSG in guy. I'm not saying I am. You can give me the thing in it. You can give me the thing. I had the bars written up in it, yeah. But I'm just gonna wrap up here. I just feel like I think there was one where you were going back and forth with 1975.
Oh, Jamrock.
I feel he should come out and have a back-to-back with you, Cal, innit? Because it will be
I'd be up for that.
There's one thing that you said, Cal, and I don't agree with, where you said FSG. I don't know whether you were pissed off at the time, where you said FSG should have taken out loans, innit? We cannot be spewing that kind of rhetoric out here, man. Like, you need to remember the kind of owners we had before, innit? I'm not defending FSG, but I just feel people need to actually calm down and understand the situation that we're in. Our owners are venture capitalists. They make the dollar sweat. Do you know what I mean, innit? It is what it is. I'm just saying that. And then to wrap up, how would you, man, feel our summer signings? Kabak, Konate, Nurhouse, Bissouma, and Marlon. I don't think it's all going to happen, all those signings, but what would you feel if all those if those 5 names came through? That's all I got to say, innit? Have a rest up, man. Take it easy.
I just want to say, again, feel free to correct. I might be wrong when I say this, but I think when I said the loan thing, I wasn't saying to do it. I was saying that that's a potential option that we could have taken, but we chose not.
Yeah, but it is a very dangerous thing to be saying, considering our owners before, innit? I'm not an FSG in guy, I'm just saying that we need to just. It's like like you said, we've been conditioned, but I feel like we need to really think about it, what we're doing in it. Like, do you know what I mean? We can't just be saying, "Oh, we need to spend." We know how these guys work in it. It's frustrating. I get it. We all want to be successful, but our owners are venture capitalists. We got into bed with these guys. Well, they got the opportunity to buy the club. If you're trying to compete with man that are owning states and oligarch money, bro, you're gonna be. What's that Jay-Z lyric in Reasonable Doubt? Dead Presidents, where he says,
still spending money from '88.
He goes, these guys going broke, trying to keep up with me. That's what we would be doing if we're keeping up with Man City and Chelsea in it. But it is what it is, in it. Like, I just feel that we just need to play the game smart, and just it is what it is. As I said, and I want to win. We all want to win. We all want our team to do well. But I just think it comes down to, we just need to be extra smart. The little money we have, spend it and be smart with it. Don't waste it. And you know what I mean? And then we'll be back on top again, innit? I know it's frustrating. We all want to win. But I've just accepted the situation for what it is. And we're in a pandemic as well, innit? Like, I don't know about you, but I don't know how many buyers are going to be there willing to spend 4 or 5 billion on a football club. I see Arsenal fans, everyone chanting. These men, they're not going nowhere. It is what it is. Like, these men are out, they're business people, and I don't think they're going to sell like that.
Fair points. Fair points.
Well, bless up, man. You lot are always doing good things on the show, man.
No, I appreciate
that, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
Well,
I still obviously have to drop this on you, though, because you did go.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I had to, Manny.
No, it's
it's all fair again. But no, what you said was spot on, bro.
Well, I feel you should have the FSG in, FSG out. Like, just get people discussing in it. Maybe have a dedicated show to that. And,
during the summer, bro.
Yeah, we're doing that in the summer.
We are still. Yeah.
What's up, you, man? Easy, yeah?
Bless, bro. Thank you, brother. Much appreciate, bro.
Yeah, do you know, Manny?
He made some very good points.
He did.
So
what was
his
the
question was Kabak, Kanate, Nehus, Bissouma, Marlon as our summer transfer window.
I'd accept it.
I would accept that.
I'd accept it. I
would accept, because that's.
Would you be happy with it though?
No, I would, because that is very good squad depth. And if any of them break through and do a Jota or do a Salah where you don't expect them to go on to be something and then they do, because let's be real, guys. Yeah, we are not going to be able to get the striker we want. We kind of do have to just lower our expectations, even though it's horrible to have to do it, and accept that we have to go and get a striker who is underneath that level, and we hope that he can become that level. We're not getting Mbappe, we're not getting Haaland, we're not getting Martinez, we're not getting any of those elite level strikers, Harry Kane, we're not getting any of them. We have to just accept it. It's a fact of life, it's reality. And, Silva and these man here, it's the level down. We got to just be willing to accept it and hope their man busts it up.
Well, here's it's long to go into, but what's the next question anyway? What's the next one?
No, that was it. And what Manny was saying is true. Like, and again, speaking of us, I've got to be responsible for what I say. And yeah, maybe I should have phrased it a lot differently. I'm not saying I want us to take out loans, but at the same time, I do think we need to be more flexible as an organization. If we're going to be treated as a business, you have to be flexible in business.
Let them take a loan out with themselves, because that's what they did for AXA training.
And the stand, but no, it's true. Like, I don't want that narrative to go around that we're on a channel saying here, just take out money from different.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't. But this is one thing I will say to Manny as well. Yeah, I'll say this. What you're saying is true, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so FSG going up against like your Man City owners, for example, and even Abramovich. Yeah, they don't stand a chance because they don't have that type of revenue. That's fair to say. But when you look at what Liverpool won over the last couple of years, you could dare turn around and say, but there's more that FSG could potentially put in. They could put in, just even if they put their hand in their own pocket, even if it's 25, 50 mil. These are the things that we've always said, because the way how they run the club is, whatever the club makes, that's what they spend, so to speak. Yeah. But every now and again, Manny, all we're saying is, We just want them to put their hands in their pocket. It doesn't have to be loads. It just has to be a little something to back the manager. And again, we're not run like a PSG, a Man City, or a Chelsea, or do you know what I mean? We're not like that. But I still do think though, FSG understand what it takes to really win the league. But we've had an accountant on the show, Cal. Do you remember the accountant?
Kieran Maguire.
Kieran, shout out Kieran. He's even said he's had conversations, so to speak, with FSG, where it's like they've kind of said, as long as we get top 4, we're okay with that. And as a fan base, I think we deserve better than that, in my opinion. We just do. So, and again, I agree with Manny when they talk about the conditioning thing. I understand that, but again, it's like, okay, let me ask you like this. Would you want to buy all those signings that Manny mentioned, or would you rather get 2 signings instead? And that was maybe Harry Kane and Konate. Let me ask you that, Cal. Would you want all those signings, or would you just want Harry Kane and Konate?
I'd want Harry Kane and Konate.
There you go. That's exactly what I want. And that's no shade on Manny, because I think Manny got some great questions, bro.
Oh, Manny's always good. Manny's always
so big on Manny. This ain't even, but I'm just trying to flip it on the other side as well. It's like, I hear what Manny's saying about how we have to be responsible in terms of how our club is run. But at the same time, when you win a Champions League, Manny, and they only get you Harvey Elliott and Seth Vandenberg and Adrian on a free, bro, we're Liverpool Football Club. We deserve better than that. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Well, my thing is, to put it simply, if they can't afford to take us to the next level,
then you have to move aside.
Yeah.
You have to.
That was my argument before the whole Super League thing. That was always my argument. I never hated FSG. My argument was always, if they're not physically able to take us to the next level, then they should sell, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's about doing the right thing. It's like FSG saying, do you know what? We love this club, or we really like this club, so to speak, because it is their second love, yeah? And then they go, do you know what? We've taken Liverpool as far as we can go, so we're going to have to maybe look for another owner. We will do what we can.
Put it this way.
But
if every time I was on this show, people in the comments were like, "Get Callum out. We hate Callum," and you lot are losing views and stuff like that, you're gonna have that conversation. You'd be like, "You know what, Cal? Like, you're kind of bad for business. You're not taking us further. You're actually holding us back now." It's the same thing. FSG are kind of holding us back. As things stand right now, we have to wait to see what happens in the summer. But as things stand right now, they're holding us back, and that's the reality of it.
They are.
And I think it boils down to the fact that, like, even as a diehard fan, I don't know everything about Liverpool, but if you're gonna buy a club and you're gonna buy a franchise and you're gonna buy an institution, like, no disrespect, but we're not like a Hull or like a West Brom or a team that does have their own history, but they're gonna be just happy that there's somebody with any wealth that will even show a slight ambition because they're used to like mediocrity. If you buy a Liverpool, if you buy a Man United, if you buy a club of that level, you need to know and immerse yourself in that club's history and become one with that club. And you need to have that club's best interests at heart and not your own. You can't go into that feeling like the main point of this is your personal gain. And that's what the problem is with the owners of Arsenal, Man United and Liverpool, unfortunately, in comparison with Chelsea and Man City, is I feel like even though those clubs are barely in the history in comparison, those owners came in and went, we're going to catch them, man there. You see them, man there, yeah? We're going to be in 50 years that. Man City's ambitions is to have 400 million fans worldwide in 20 years' time and be the biggest club in the world. That's their ambition. Our owners have come in and gone, them man already did 100 years worth of building. We're just going to run off this thing, milk it, and like we're just going to use it to our advantage. And I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's facts,
I don't like that. Like, it's not on.
I agree with that, you know. It's facts.
All right. Next caller, Cows Neto's Army. How you doing, bro? You're on mute at the moment, bro.
Yeah, I was clapping. He's speaking absolute facts. Absolute facts. How are you?
Yeah, your sound's a bit up and down.
You got some feedback, bro.
Carl, I'm not even gonna lie. Neto's Army, that mic is moving mad every week, bro.
I'm not even gonna kid you right now, and I'm using my sister's mic now, and this is taking the piss, you know. I may have to block them Amazon man and say, yo, listen, G, you man pagans, don't make me come to your ends from you pussies. Literally, man, they're ruining the mics, man.
Your
Quickly,
2 minutes
what I was
starts now,
saying was
yeah?
drift. Now, quickly before it starts, I was gonna say Drifty speaking absolute facts again. Drifty, I was gonna come for your Ross today about CR7 and R9, and I was gonna ask you something about John Jones, but after what you just said right now, mad respect, bro. Mad respect. Because I'm saying right now, what you said about John Jones, about him losing to Ngannou, less of that. John Jones would finish him, mate.
No, I actually don't even know who I think would win that fight, to be honest with you.
That's a conversation for another day.
It's a tough one to call.
Yeah, Johnny Barnes versus Ngannou is it's not clear cut. It's not. If we're talking,
what I will say is he'll definitely have a better. He will definitely do better than Stipe.
Yeah.
Because he's a better. I think he's a better tactician. Jones is one of the smart. His fight IQ is different from everyone else. That's one thing I'll say about John Jones.
Yeah,
fight IQ.
That's why he's never lost. That's why he's never lost, mate.
Well,
of course, except for Matt Hamill, but we don't talk about that.
No, I'm talking about Reyes. He lost that fight.
Come on, man. Okay, you know what? I agree with what people say, but he never lost the fight. He didn't.
Plus,
for us, he's a 3v2.
Pictograms, bro. Pictograms. That's all I'm gonna say. Pictograms. But we move. Pictograms.
All right,
God, your 2 minutes start now, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna actually top off about what's it called, the FSG ownership and about us spending money and all of that. But then what's it called? A few days ago, did anybody see that tweet from Anfield Watch about FSG have turned down £3 billion for Liverpool Football Club? I got gassed when I saw that, and I'll tell you why I got gassed when I saw that. In a business term, when people say when what's it called? When a club says that they rejected a bid for £3 billion or something, that actually shows investors or potential people that want to buy the club. It's showing that they're actually open for it, because when I read the news and that, I first got angry because I was like, fucking hell, these men are never gonna give. But then when I kept on reading it, the most important part for me was it was before the ESL. That's the key part for me. Because they probably didn't think they probably thought the ESL was gonna go through. And I'm just going to tell you now, guys, if the ESL did go through, the club would be worth 3 times as much as he was. So, of course, you're not going to accept $3 billion if you thought down the line you can make $9 billion off it. But since now the ESL is probably not going to go ahead without fans or something like that, I actually do think FSG will sell up, because one of my boys was telling me a few days ago, and it really opened my eyes. It's been going on for a long time. Ever since the 18-19 season, we haven't spent net spend has been less than £30 million for the last 2 years. We've only spent big money on Jota, because I'm not counting Thiago as big money. 20 million. That's the same price that Brewster went for Sheffield United. So if you're saying Thiago went for big money, you have to say Brewster went for the same or a bit more. So in the last 2 years, we've only spent big money on Jota. We've got Thiago. We've got Tsimikas.
You know what that means. Cows no army. You know what that means.
Hit it. hit me.
No! Get out! Out! Get out! Get out! Get your jacket off and fuck off! Damn!
Stop! I did speak to him last night. He told me the whole story. It sounded like Farge.
True or false, you will fight again this year?
It's hard to put it. You must understand, my foot was a balloon. Do you know what I mean? My toes came out of the socket. A guy had to come into the cage and break them back into place.
You lot are different. No, you lot are different. That's it was drift, you know. Drift is how good, you know.
It was me, so I got on a roll. Sorry,
that was definitely a Matt move, 100%.
That was not me. That was not me, you know. That was, see? I'll put one in there. I'll put one in there.
I knew you got involved.
Just one. Yeah, just one of it. Just one.
Nah, man, I know he's drifty, man, because the guy still shook up me because after what happened with Cristiano Ronaldo.
It was me and Cal. It was me and Cal.
It was actually me. It was me.
It was me and Cal still.
It was me. We'll give you
Is that you, Cal? I'm your alias. That's you do me dirty like that.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Let's see how it is.
I'll give you another 30 seconds, bro.
All right. What's it called? What part was I on again? I forgot.
So you were saying about the fact that if they had joined the ESL, they would be able to sell for 9 billion.
They would have sold for 9 billion. So now I actually do think that we will become new owners. But then the problem is for me, will we become new owners this summer or what's it called before next season? So I want to ask you guys that question. If we do become a new ownership this summer, do you actually expect to see big signings coming in this summer, or do you think since we're going to be going for like 5 billion and the only people that are actually going to buy us are going to be oil-rich countries or state money? Do you think they can actually within their means buy the club and then spend money on the Haalands and Mbappes? I don't think that can happen. But what I do believe is even if they do spend 5 billion, they definitely will buy more players. They definitely buy more players and spend more money than FSG would. Those tight bastards.
We're gonna answer that now. Cal's Neto Army. I'm sorry that I disrespect you. You're my alias. You've been holding me down. I'm sorry.
Nah, man. You see the difference. I may have to become Matt because that and then, man. You get me, Matt. We move.
Boy, listen. Any alias is always on board, bro. Trust me. I appreciate all of them. So if you want to jump on board, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I cannot do Cal like that. That's my bridging day. You get
my
me?
God. There we go.
Fair enough.
Can't do Cal like that.
Yeah, no, big up, man. We'll chop that up.
Quick question about what's it called? About can you guys one time ever do top 10 greatest of all time MMA? No UFC fighters. Can you do one video on 10 greatest of all time in your opinion?
10 great.
That aren't UFC.
No, UFC fighters, 10 of all time, retired or not retired.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can do that.
During the summer,
John Jones has to be number one.
We will do that. We will do that. 100%.
Bless up, man.
Bless up,
one, brother.
I'll be watching.
Nice
one,
one, bro.
Big up, bro.
Okay.
So the only
I do think if we get new owners, they will spend big because they won't want to make the same mistakes FSG have. Yeah. And I do think we would get at least 2 big name signings if we got new owners.
Agreed. They want to make a statement, in my opinion. So I think if you are going to get those owners that are the kind of oil-rich owners, or as he said, state owners, they're going to want to make their imprint in the Premier League. They're not going to want to do an FSG. They understand what got us annoyed, what frustrated us.
You hope they understand.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. But I also feel like as well, if you can spend that amount of money to buy in the club, that clearly says to me you've got the money to take the club forward, because you wouldn't spend all that money and then think I'm going to go and do this, what FSG have just done now, because you know you're going to be in trouble. You better, if you buy the club for this amount of money, whether it's 3 billion, 4 billion, 5 billion, 6 billion, or whatever it is, you're going to have to put the rest of that down, because we won't accept anything less. The reason why we won't is because we're a Liverpool Football Club, yeah? One of the best clubs to ever walk the planet Earth. It is that simple. We deserve the best. We do. Like, when you think about how Chelsea owner have come in, Man City owner come in, and obviously they've got finances that we can't compete with. It's so frustrating to see that these clubs here are now building their history and we can't continue our legacy. Imagine that. Jurgen Klopp right now is the only one that's struggling with all the finances and everything, that's fighting every man saying, I'm going to try and continue his legacy on. I've got to do what I can, but I'm fighting my corner. Then everyone's there when man come in like this. You know what I'm saying? Ben Ashton. Man doing a Ben Ashton right now.
You keep calling out Ben Ashton, bro. I'm gonna keep his name out of my mouth, brother.
Just
quickly though, you lot. I think one thing that no one's ever thought about that just come to my mind. I could be wrong here because I've literally just thought about it. I ain't done no research on it, but I don't think a football club's ever been sold for 3 billion or more. I feel like the way football was before, it was a much easier attainable asset for a lot less money, and football was inflated so much that's why these clubs are now valued at what they are, especially Premier League clubs with TV money and whatnot. I genuinely don't think anyone's ever going to pay £3 or £4 billion for a club. When I don't know how we get rid of these owners. Honestly, I
think it will happen.
Everyone has a price
on a football club.
You say that now.
Did we ever think anyone would go for £200 million as a footballer, bro?
So I was going to say things change.
No, but even everyone else realised that and reined it in because nothing's ever come close to that since. Because I think people realise that was so astronomical. We've got to hold down with that shit. That can't.
We've got to hope we're the one then, innit?
Yeah, you say that, because PSG bought obviously Neymar for 198 exactly on the penny. Yeah. Like 198. Yeah, they went and bought Mbappe. Remember that they cheated the system, so they got Mbappe on loan. Then they bought it for 167. Regardless of they got him on loan first, that was just to do with they get around financial fair play. The money's there, so I get what you're saying though. It is kind of mad to think that can a club be bought for that stupid amount of money? But you'd like to think, though, things move on, times move on. Hence why there was this whole Super League thing in the first place. Times are starting to change.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? £1 billion will always be £1 billion.
All right, Drift, let me put you in this perspective.
Like £1 billion is not going to become a small change.
No, Drift.
It's a dumb amount of money.
Drift, you say that now. Gareth Bale at Real Madrid was on 600,000 a week. Carlos Tevez in China, and that's China, but I'm just saying it's still football, yeah? Was on nearly, I think it was like 1 million or something. Bro, the money in football now is just different compared to what it was back in the day. If you go to back in the day, some people would, like Graham Souness, that man would have been like, I never would have thought football. I never would have thought like money in this time would have been. You know what I'm trying to say?
Man, there's still a difference. Like, that is a lot of money, but it's small change when you think about 3 or 4 billion. Like, in my opinion, the only person who pays that much is a fan, like an actual fan. I don't think a businessman will see that, even if he's coming in to like be more like for the love or whatever, because there is no real gain back in any way, shape, or form. So you're actually putting £3 billion in the bin, essentially.
You see,
if you really deep it, you will own a beautiful institution, but you will never get your money back ever. If you pay £3 or £4 billion for a football club, you will never see that money back ever. You will die, and your sons and your grandkids will not
see.
See
you
that
say
money
that
back,
now, but the money,
you won't, bruv.
No, but here's the thing. You see, like
apparently the Saudi royal family are worth £4 to £5 trillion.
These are numbers that man can't even comprehend.
We got to hope that they're the ones who want to come and buy us and do us right.
But you see, like the Saudis there, yeah. I'm just giving you an example, and I'm not even trying to say they're necessarily the best owners because of the whole political stuff. I'm just giving you an example. Let's say, for example, they came in, yeah. I still think that even though that they're willing to kind of know that they're going to lose money, I still think that they'll look like, do you know what? You see Liverpool, yeah? One of the most respected clubs in the whole of the world. I reckon we could spin this into a madness, but at the same time, we're going to pump the money in to the point where we won't lose. What Man City have done is this, bro. They've pumped so much money in the club, they're just basically saying, we ain't going to lose. Shout all you pay as you go, man. Not know about Wiley. I will not lose, yeah?
Yeah, but
see
Matt,
that right there?
Paid like 300 million for the club.
Bro, no, but look what they've done for Man City.
They changed, bro.
Drift. Do you want to know how these men are losing money? Even now, these Man City, man. And again, you've made the point. Maybe they're fans here, but bro, they had to change the whole landscape, new training pitch, change the whole infrastructure, change the scouting system, change the commercials. They had to change everything and know that they're going to lose money. But they said, do you know what? We're going to pump so much money into this team that we're not going to lose. What did they win? How many Premier Leagues have they won now? And they could potentially win a Champions League? Bro, I'm telling you from now, rich owners out there, like the stupid richest of the richest, yeah, they will make that conscious decision and go, do you know what? We'll just pump the money in. We'll pump the money until we can't lose because they have so much money.
Yeah, but there's very few people in this world who have that.
No, that is true.
Money. That's what I'm saying.
You say very few, but I don't know.
There is. You're basically throwing away £4 to £5 billion to fully get that project moving. Buying the club, paying all the stuff, and then pumping enough money in for that infrastructure to go to a Man City level. Like
bro, I'll say
this. £4 to £5 billion that's going to cost.
I'll say this.
There are only a few people who've got that.
You say that now.
Let's get the last call.
Let's move on. Let's move on to the last one. Yeah.
Dean, how you doing, Dean? You've been waiting a little while. Thank you very much for your patience.
Yeah, I'm
What's
always
going
last
on
these
there?
days. You good, guys? You good?
You're not
I'm
too
always
bad,
last
bro.
these days. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
we
hear
can
you,
hear you,
bro.
bro. Can hear you, bro. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm nothing much, guys. I mean, I've been listening to you guys and whatnot. I actually forgot all the questions that I was gonna ask.
Oh, swear down.
But I think I will. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. So yeah, I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you're gonna set my clock now. Whatever you wanna do, I'm down.
The timer?
Yeah, I got
Yeah. We'll start from now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I've been watching Jordan lately, the way he plays. I think he actually is similar to our front three when it comes to slacking. His passing is very very bad, even though he scores the goals. But I'm telling you, so I don't know what you think about his overall gameplay. If you take off the goals that he played, also in terms of our squad depth, I don't think um I don't think it's FSG's fault. I think it's Klopp's fault because like remember what I told you earlier on in the documentary. He's the one who said I work with what I have. I try to improve. I try to make the most of what I've got. Right at my disposal, and give examples of Mainz, Dortmund, and whatnot. So no wonder why. Even remember earlier on when he was being asked about bringing in center backs and whatnot, he was saying there's no way that you can sign two world class center backs in like, and then you bring them in the same squad. They won't be able to play. One can't stay on the bench and whatnot, right? So that means it's his problem. He doesn't want to, because if you look at other teams, they've got a nice backup. Like if you take every position, right back, full back, strikers, they've got all that. If one player is injured, they can simply put another player and they can just play without even trying or changing the system. They can play the same. Look at Man City, look at Chelsea, look at Man U. They can play the same system, different play. If Marshall comes in, Greenwood, Rashford, whoever plays in that position can still do the work. So I don't know if you actually also agree with that. So yeah, and also what do you think about replacing I don't know, Origi with Lingard, because I think Lingard is a good spot. So that's all I wanted to say, guys.
So just remind me of the first person you said.
You say what?
You remind me of the first player you said that you compared him to our front three and said that his passing's not great, but his finishing.
Jota. Diogo
Jota. Okay, Jota.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Dean,
Cool.
always a pleasure, bro.
Thanks for having the patience to wait until the
Appreciate
end.
it, my bro. Thank you for waiting around. Thank you, bro.
Okay. So I'll be listening. I'll be listening in the backyard from your responses and whatnot.
Definitely, bro.
Bless up, bro.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you,
Appreciate
bro.
it, my
Much
bro.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Stay blessed, man.
Peace.
All right, Jota. That's a very interesting point he makes. Is his overall play any better than the rest of the front three?
No.
Probably not,
no.
No.
But you know what? He's got what they don't have, which is a kind of not an eye for goal, because Salah has an eye for goal, but I just feel like he knows where to be at the right time to score the goals. And I think he's quite underrated technically. I think he's very good technically. It's just in our system, he's not really getting a chance to show it, because a lot of the time we're playing counter attack. And if you deep it, when you're playing counter attacking football, you can't, to not fuck up the counter attack, you just have to do everything quickly. And it means that you don't always get to showcase what you do. And it's kind of the only problem I have with Firmino is because he's so good technically, sometimes I feel like it slows down with him being technical. I know Matt said that sometimes he likes that he takes his time because it can make him make the right decision. And I do agree. But sometimes I think when we're trying to rapidly counterattack, doing what he does can allow defenders to become a little bit better positioned, and you don't catch them off guard as much. And in our first couple of years, what I loved was we caught people off guard all the time. So I feel that's a bit unfair on Jota in that regard.
Yeah, I think, do you know what? When it comes to Jota, I kind of get where he's coming from, because if you look at Jota's passing ain't amazing. But I think what separates Jota from everyone else is that a Jota that's on form, in my opinion, is arguably our best finisher. I think Jota as well, being 2-footed, I think he's a bit more clinical than the others. Dare I say, even Salah, even though Salah is our top goal scorer, but you got to look at things and think, well, Jota was out for 3 months. Jota would have obviously added to that tally. But I do understand that, because if Jota plays on the left, I do find there's a couple of times when Jota's running and like he loses the ball or he might make a bad pass. The difference though is that with Jota, he's very persistent, and I think his movement is very good. And I think even though he should really improve his overall game, I think him being 2-footed and being clinical and his movement being so great, I think sometimes that's probably why we kind of allow that to a degree, like to a certain extent. But he does have to improve though, because as great as Jota has been, we can't sit here and say he's been perfect, because since he's come back, and maybe you could say he's been rushed back, it's not the same Jota. But maybe it is because of he's been out for so long, and do you know what I mean? And the confidence is low in the whole team.
We sucked them into our bullshit.
No, but here's what I'm saying. Well,
that's
sometimes I
kind of what happened. The team sucked them into our bullshit. No, but
here's the thing. I kind of feel like
long enough that it's infected him. I'm not even joking, bro. It's real, bro.
No, you might be right, but I still kind of feel like when you're that good, you should be able to still do your own thing, because it's like, all right, I know I'm not bigging him up, but look at Salah. Like, Salah seems to be the only one out of our strikers that can score. Like, Jota's capable.
He still had bare bullshit moments, bro. I feel like it's the whole team, bro.
No, the whole team. But what I'm trying to say is this, though. Overall, Jota can improve. He can improve. I think he'll be better next season. I don't think Jota's a worry that we got to think about right now. I think for me, that's more Mane. Mane is the one where I look at him and go, your standards have dropped so dramatically. This is Jota's first season. To be fair, Jota's probably showed us all maybe he's better than what we thought he was going to be. I generally thought Jota would be, he might push the front three, but in my opinion right now, he deserves to be in the front three. And that's how good I think Jota's been.
Yeah. No, I echo what you both say. I think his overall, I just think we just don't take care of the ball in the final third. And I think that's throughout the whole team.
We're overthinking, Cal.
Rushing as well, though.
When you're low on confidence and you don't and things aren't going your way or whatnot. And did you lot see the thing I put in the group? I forgot to talk about it with you lot, that we've been involved in the most controversial VAR decisions all season officially.
Yeah.
Jeff, what would you say? Jeff, what would you do you know what? Yeah, I know the season is finished, but what would you like? All right, take away injuries, yeah, because obviously you can't negate. What would you say has been the main reason Liverpool just haven't been at it this season, in your opinion? If you could say one thing, what would you say is one thing?
Mental fatigue.
What would you say, Cal?
If I was to pick one thing, physical fatigue.
That's so mad, because I'm going to go one different. I'm going to say confidence. But do you want to know what's so mad? Even though I've said one thing, I think as a collective, we're probably right. It's fatigue and confidence, whether it's mental, physical, and confidence. Confidence
I think everything that could have gone wrong this season has gone wrong.
Has been. And that's what I've said. It's an anomaly. Like, bro, you don't lose all three of your centre-backs in one season. Yeah.
No, we do if they're injury prone.
No, but he's
Virgil's the only injury.
But that's what I was going to say.
But I expected him to get injured this season, just not a season ender. I expected him to pick up injuries.
But that's what I was going to say. Let's say that Virgil gets injured. Yeah, he gets injured, but not for the whole season. So that's why I say it's an anomaly, like for the whole season. And remember, this ain't Virgil pulling a muscle. This is someone taking out Virgil. This is assault, right?
Yeah.
Then you go look at, you can't stop these things. Obviously, we're in a COVID era. How many of our players have COVID? We don't even know how many players have long-term COVID, like what you've said. Yeah. It's a thing where we look at that and go, right, you know what? If he ain't got COVID and he's on a team sheet, then he must be all right. It might not be the case, though. My man might have something long-term. There's people out there that I know, that Jiff know, that you know, that from when they've had it, they haven't even fully recovered and they've had it for months. So there's so many aspects. As you lot said, physical fatigue, mental fatigue, confidence. I think it's been a combination. I just wanted to see pick your guys' brains up. But yeah, it's just been a horrible season.
The reason why I go for the mental over all of them, even though I feel like they all have played a part, is it's just down to when I watch us play, I feel like our decision making is atrocious. And I feel like decision making is a lot to do with how switched on you are. So if you're mentally tired, if you're exhausted, if you're drained after all we've been through, plus also take your foot off the pedal, even if it's subconsciously without you realizing, because all the goals are achieved you set out to have, and the hunger is also a part of that. I just kind of feel like if you look at the way we play now, we're predictable, but I feel like it's because we keep just doing the wrong things. I feel like we make all the wrong decisions. I think we shoot when we should pass, we pass when we should shoot. Like, I just feel like everything, it's just all in the brain. It's not ability. It's all in the head. Everything we're doing now, for me, isn't physical skill. It's all here. That I've looked at the whole thing. I just think it's all up here. All the wrong decisions. And that's why, you know what we keep doing? The easy option. Whip the ball in and hope someone gets on the end of it. Passing the buck. Shirking.
But we weren't doing that against Newcastle, though.
No, but I mean, if you look at a lot of this season, it's just like rinse and repeat, because it's an easy way to like, just put it in there and hope someone gets on the end of it. It's like passing the buck. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't like what I'm seeing, but I feel like it's a mental overall thing, man.
There's a lot of things. But
the other question, is it Klopp's fault regarding the depth of the team, or would you say that's more FSG?
FSG, bro. It's FSG, bro. You think Klopp will sit there and go?
20% Klopp, 80% FSG.
I think it's more an
I've
FSG.
got 90-10.
But yeah, I think Klopp. Klopp. Again, we don't know what he says behind the scenes and how forceful he is. But if you gave Klopp the option to have better players, I think you'd take it.
He'll take it 100%. Listen, we kind of all know he was given Kabak and Ben Davies because he had no choice. But if you ask Jurgen Klopp who do you want it, I'm pretty sure he probably would have went for two other defenders, or at least one other defender, because the other one's a hologram. So the other one ain't even real anyway. Like, it's not even real. He's just got one defender in it. I think if you ask Jurgen Klopp, he asked for something different. And dare I say, I don't even know how much involvement he really had in the Minamino deal. I genuinely don't know. Like, we look back at things and think, in hindsight, did he really want Minamino, or was that the club thinking, do you know what? Minamino has a release clause, but we know his true value. I don't even genuinely know. That's me being honestly real. Because here's the thing. When Klopp really rates you, like really, really rates you, he's not sending you out on loan. That is. Let me just put it to you like this. He never sent Salah on loan, or Mane, or Firmino, or Henderson, or Naby. None of these players, because he trusts them fully, wholeheartedly. He sent Minamino on loan because he don't trust him. It's that simple. I don't want to hear excuses. That's the facts. If you send a man out on loan, it's because you think they're not doing what they could be doing, and you think they could do better. That's how I see it, anyway.
And then the final question: would you guys take Hesse Lingard?
With all due respect, I ain't having none of those.
He's balling out. United.
He would never come to us.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
He
wouldn't. So yeah.
Don't get twisted. He's better than what people maybe banter him at, but he's still not of the level. West Ham's his level. That's why he's balling out at West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Agreed.
Perfect. Well, guys, that wraps us up. Another Friday in the books. Another Kop-ish Kall-in Rival Watch. It's been fun, as always. Do enjoy these shows. Drift, before we go, we actually both sort of lost out on that challenge by Jamal. So 1975 Jamrock says Chelsea has a 1.3 billion sterling in debt, primarily owed to owner Roman Abramovich. Is that a debt or an investment? It's handled differently. Very good point. It depends on what Roman decides to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say if he bounces, he wants his money back, which could actually
which is a mad thing. They got to keep.
But then I can see someone else buying them. 1.3 bill for Chelsea. I think people would jump at that.
If that was how much he asked for, somebody would pay that easy.
Yeah, because people are
offering
offering
for 4 billion. That's totally that's a madness.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Drift. We've got to do the forfeits, bro.
What do I have to say about my boy?
You've got to say Origi is dead food, and can I just say my one and get over and done with?
I have to say Origi's a bad boy.
No, you have to say Origi's dead food.
That's easy.
No, you got to say it like you mean it, fam. Say it. Like, you got to say it like you mean it, bro. Like when you're going off on one. No, I want to see Drift go first. Go on, Drift. You go first, bro. Bro, you frozen.
Origi's dead food, innit?
No, I didn't hear no bass. I didn't hear no bass.
It's got to be more convincing than that.
Yeah, bro, you man just went Origi's dead food. Bro, you got to say like you mean it.
You think I could chop my own finger off and make it look like I want to do it?
That's not what I asked you, bro. I asked
These
you
are the terms, bro. These are the terms,
bro. You got to say like you
put it
mean
like
it.
this, yeah. I think Origi is so dead that, to be honest with you, there's not really much difference who leaves the basement out of him and Naby. It would just feel like the same thing.
You see how man couldn't even say it? Like, bro, that's how you are Origi stand for life, bro. Like, you see, man couldn't even bring himself to just be like, you know what?
What you thought, I just did, bro.
Bro, no, you didn't. You didn't say it. But go on, Cal.
All right, here's mine. I'm just being real with you guys. If Dejan Lovren was still at the club, the Dejan Lovren, like the guy that shut down Cristiano Ronaldo Champions League final, could have taken Croatia to a World Cup final. If Virgil was fit, if Gomez was fit, if Matip was fit, still be the best centre back in the club. Tell me something. I'm gonna go wash my mouth out with soap. Oh god. Jamal, you got blood on your hands, Jamal. You got blood on your hands, bro. I never want to see. If anyone clips that up, I'm leaving Kopish.
Cal, because you got to tell the truth. Go on by what Jamal said. Who's better, Dejan Lovren or Virgil van Dijk? Just gamble what Jamal said. Who's our best centre back out? Virgil van Dijk.
One of them playing the World Cup final. The other one hasn't, innit? Exit.
People, clip this up, please. Clip it. Out of context, clip it. Don't care what. Just want to hear Dejan Lovren's the best centre back in the world. He's the best.
Hurts me. 1975 Jamrock. A loan issued to an entity that doesn't have the revenues to repay it in its full is loan fraud in any other business. It is. I'm not going to call out Roman on fraud though.
I'm not doing that, and I want our channel to still progress. So I'm not saying anything.
I want to progress.
I want the channel to progress.
In all fairness to the day, I will say this with all honesty. I am very disappointed that Origi hasn't been able to force his way to the club.
Sorry, Jeff, I just read something from Dark.
Yeah, you're done, bro.
I remember when I was like, oh, it's You see you, Darth, yeah? You see you.
Darth nothing gets past him.
No, you see Darth, I'm going to be real. Be careful, because man's got a whole bag of aliases, that are on you, bro. Man's got about 5 or 6 now, bro. We take you on, bro.
You have. I just want to say, Darth Drifty, I have no such desire for beef with you. I'm a fan of what you do, Darth Drifty.
And Darth, I will challenge you right now. Come onto the show, bro. No. Come onto the show, bro. I see you hiding behind the keyboard and that, Darth. Let me see you on the show, bro. Cool in, bro. No, I challenge, man. Cool in, bro.
Darth, I don't want any smoke.
No. Darth, you got to call in, bro. You got to call in.
Anyway, as I was saying, because I almost didn't say it because I thought I should just leave you to interrupt me. In all honesty, I'm disappointed that Origi hasn't done enough behind the scenes for whatever reason, if it's on him, to force himself into the plans. And I really thought he'd have a big season this year, and I am disappointed. Whether it's him, the situation, I'm very disappointed. And I agree he's got to go and resurrect his career somewhere else, man. But I will always follow him, and I will always wish him well, regardless if he's a Liverpool player or not.
It's taken us 3 years to hear that.
For real.
3 years.
I feel like we had a breakthrough today.
For real, bro. 3 years.
I'm going to cry in the film afterwards. Wrap the show.
That's a
cut. Cut. It's done.
This is Drifty after the show.
I'm so tired of this shit. Man, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. We're going to be back with you on Sunday, going live straight after the Man United game. We'll be live before and at half time for the on Instagram. Bayern Leo says, love the channel. What made you support Liverpool? My brother had an influence, but also first game I fully sat down and watched from start to finish was Liverpool versus Arsenal, when Fowler scored the hat trick in 4 minutes, which is why like Fowler's one of probably like top 5 favorite players as well.
I don't want to say mine because right now this man's really upset me. But John Barnes. I mean, yeah, still, yeah, he's part of that. Yeah,
I separate the man from the baller, and it's one of the best footballers to ever grace the Liverpool team. So
nah, it's hard. That's hard to do. I'll be real. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. But I can't take away what he's done in the past. He's a Liverpool legend. But
to be fair, recently he has actually done quite a few things to agree with or speak for the fans. So maybe he's a tiny little bit trying to redeem himself.
We'll see. But people are going to wrap up there. No relation. People are going to wrap up there. Thank you so much for joining us. Smash the like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish, we're out, people. Take care.
Peace.